Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say, what's the vibes today?
Morning, T.
Hey, 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 G. Okay, you up here now. I can change it. It wouldn't let me change it before I got a guess. I want to change. Not disconnect. That's not what I want. Go back. Let me see.
Good.
I'm not trying to disconnect you. How you doing?
I mean, if you do, just get me back on, no problem. I'm
No.
kind of new. I'm kind of new at the TikTok thing too. It's like I need a
Oh,
toddler.
yeah. I don't know why it's not letting me change the
You need
setups.
me to, you need me to come out?
No, no, I need you to stay right there. Let me
Okay.
see. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what I want to do. Okay. There we go. That's how I want it.
Oh, yay! Oh, yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna come on live. You'll see me in a minute. I'm just getting the
Okay,
camera ready.
cool, cool.
I'm almost ready.
Hey, you say, are we taking it there today? What you mean taking it there? Taking it where, Mr. PVO?
Taking it to the top.
Peace and prosperity, Kyle.
Hello,
Today we're going to be
everybody.
talking about the effortless way of manifesting. That's what we're
Yes,
talking about.
manifesting the
Oh,
Tuesday.
thank you, Beck. It's actually a dress, but thank you, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, you do look pretty. I like it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. How you been? I know you said you
I've
getting
been
ready
good.
to going to got some things going on this weekend. Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a private show this weekend. We got
Ooh, a
booked.
private show. All right, check
Yeah.
you out. Let's
We're,
go. Let me
we're
see.
starting
You
to
know,
out.
we got some new sounds I gotta play with. Oh, I'm do magic. Ooh, I like that. Got the magic touch.
Got the magic touch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, all right, there I am.
You still rocking the 4th of July, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Hey, as always, we say the Bible is mind science, but I know we want to talk about manifesting. You know, we're gonna leave the Christian mindset alone.
Yeah.
Ooh, beautiful. How are you?
I'm just trying to get some good light here, so hang on. I'm gonna do this like I do my live.
Because I know a lot of people have questions on manifesting, and my girl Gigi here, she always has some good stuff to talk about when it comes to manifesting the effortless way.
Oh yeah, the
So
easy way. We don't believe in working
yes,
hard.
I know you don't want to go into this topic, so I'll let you share it with the people. You know what you were thinking about as far as I know you sent me a video, and
Yeah. It's on the guy's name is his last name is Trudeau. I just saw it on my TikTok thing, and he talks about how what you speak, you automatically create, you automatically manifest it, and it blew my mind because he said that the moment you say it, you created it. The moment you said it, you created it. So it's more powerful than just thinking.
Mhm.
Than just thinking it. He says the moment you say it, you are creating those neural pathways. That very moment that you say it, and this is also in the Bible too. I mean, it says in the Bible that you decree a thing, you have that thing that you decree.
Right.
So if you say, I'm beautiful, guess what? You just created that you're beautiful. You just created that neural pathway. So you're ugly, you just created that. And it's just the consistency, whatever you stay consistent with.
Yeah.
And the other video I sent you with Neville Goddard talking about being persistent, being consistent, then that creates belief, that creates faith in the thing that you're manifesting.
Yes.
And then another thing that like at times I'll see, like, somebody will say, oh, I had a bad day that day and I ruined my manifestation. You didn't ruin anything. The perfect story, and I always go back to the stories, one of my favorite stories in the Bible is the story of Jesus when he rose Lazarus. I mean, and it has every aspect of manifestation. For example, he did decree that Lazarus was dead in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then he says, Lazarus is asleep and I'm waking him up. Then he keeps going, Lazarus is asleep and I'm waking him up. Okay, so let's say you're having a bad day and you say, you know what? I've been saying this over and over. It's not working. Oh, wait a minute. I've been saying this. Actually, I don't have to say it that much. It's working. I've been saying it. It's working. I've been saying it and I see it. And he stayed with Lazarus is asleep and I'm waking him up. Lazarus is asleep and I'm waking him up. He gets to where Lazarus is. Everybody's tripping. I'm going to give it to you in layman's term. They were like, where the fuck were you? Had you been here? Wait, man, what's going on? You should have been here. Da, 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 da. And he stayed. Lazarus is asleep and I'm waking him up. Yep. He cried.
And Jesus wept. The shortest verse.
I'm waking him up. Okay?
Right? The shortest verse in the Bible, right? Jesus wept.
Exactly. But he stayed with the desired outcome. And then I know in the movie, they show him kind of with this worried look on his face. And I don't look at him like that. I see him like an OG.
Right,
like he got himself together. He took a deep breath and he said the most beautiful words. And I believe that whenever you manifest, you should say this. Father, thank you. I know you heard me. Or universe, thank you. I know you heard me. Subconscious, thank you. I know you heard me. God, thank you. I know you heard me. Higher self, thank you. I know you heard me. However, you want to say it. Yep. And then I believe he just looked at that tomb with an attitude and said, Lazarus, come forth.
That part.
So you can't ruin your manifestation unless you stick with the desired outcome that you don't want. So if you keep saying that it doesn't work, guess what? Like my man Trudeau says, or you're creating that neural pathway, that it doesn't work. But the beauty about it is that you can change that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. It does work. It does work. It does work. Now, your body, your nervous system, or whatever they want to call it, might feel weird. Why? Because words are energy. Words are spirit, they call it. That's why they call it spells. You're casting a spell, right? So it's going to feel weird, especially when they're words or phrases that you've never heard before. But the more you say it, the more you get used to it. It's like exercising. When you first start, doing them sit-ups, at first, the first day you're okay. The second day, your stomach's like, yeah, I don't think so, but you do it anyway. Mm-hmm. The next day, you do it anyway, and then it becomes easy. And it's the same thing. But it's creating belief, because belief is a part of it. It's creating faith. That's what faith and belief is. Faith comes by hearing. So the more you hear it, the more you're going to believe. And if you have a off day where you're like, it's okay to have an off day. It's okay to say, fuck, whatever. It doesn't mean you ruined anything. You didn't ruin anything. You just, like Jesus did, you just get yourself back and you continue with your desired outcome.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I was like, I got to send T this. He's going to love this.
and the thing people have to focus. I know Trudeau said, it's the outer voice. To me, it's more the inner voice. So I'm going to disagree a little bit with Trudeau. Because, that inner conversation is what causes the outer. Because you have a scripture that says, you honor me with your lips, but your heart is far from me. So it's not about what you say, it's what you accept, right? Because you can say that you believe these things or you accept these things or that I am this person, right? But it's that secret voice, that inner voice, that still voice that you have to pay attention to, because that's the voice that's going to tell you what you truly believe, right? As Esther Hicks would say, it's the thought behind the thought, right? It's what you are accepting inwardly, because that is what produces the outer. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? Is what's in you is going to come out of you. So that's why that training the inner, getting those thoughts together, right? Because words are just expressions of thought, right? So, and that's what a word is, an expression of a thought. So you want to make sure that your thinking is aligned with the thing that you want to experience.
Right.
You don't want to be double-minded. You want to be single-minded, right? So you may be speaking it and talking, and you can even deceive some people, right? By your much speaking, because people have tingling ears, and people love flowery words, and they love to hear the good stuff. Some people would rather hear what people call a lie than a truth.
Yeah.
It isn't so much that it's a lie, it's just that it's an error, which is different. Error and lie are not the same. Hello, because
hi Lisa, how's it going, girl? I'm gonna send you that deposit. I think I'm gonna go with you to that trip. That sounds really fun.
I know, right. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Kelly Janae. Hey. Hello, Mando. Welcome.
I also believe to change your inner voice, you stay consistent with the new.
Right.
Because there, I happen to agree that when you at least in my experience, because nobody's right or wrong.
Right.
So the reason why I resonated with Trudeau is because when I need to change something in me, I talk to me, I speak it to me.
Right.
And then whenever that little inner voice is saying no, I'll say, no, yes it is. What do you mean no? Yes it is.
Right.
And I'll say, I'm God. I am that I am.
Right.
When I decree a thing, I have it. So you might be disagreeing with me now, but guess what? I run this. So if I say this, then
but that's a conversation you don't necessarily have to vocalize, though, right? That conversation could be going on without you speaking out, right? Without you talking, right?
Like if I'm driving, or if I'll go to the bathroom, like
right.
I even found money and stuff in the bathroom while I'm talking to myself.
However, you need to have that, right?
Just sitting there by the toilet.
Right.
You just continue to stick with that new story.
To yourself, right?
Right. To you. You don't have to be like, then again,
you can do whatever you want to do as long as that conversation is going. Some people do talk to themselves walking down the street, and people are like, oh, they're crazy, but be crazy.
I've done it. When I've had like one of a day where it's like, wait a minute, I'm going somewhere to deal with a confrontation or something. Like, let's say I went to Dunkin' Donuts and they gave me, I don't know, the wrong thing. And I'll be like, no, wait a minute, I ordered that. No, they're going to give me what I asked for. And I'll be talking to myself, no, they're going to give me what I asked for. I asked for the guava refresher and they're going to give it to me. I did not ask for a strawberry one. I don't care. I'm getting it. They're going to be nice to me in there and I'm going to get out and I'll be talking to myself.
Right. Yep.
And then my husband's like, honey, I'm like, yeah, but baby, there's plenty of people that do it. And nobody says anything. So it's not like I'm walking in there with a machine gun. I just want my guava with pressure. So it's what works for you.
Right. Right.
The beauty of this is that I want people to understand that it's what works for you. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to follow T. You don't have to follow any. It's what works for you. If talking to yourself works for you, great. Like you were saying in another previous slide. If writing it down works for you, great. If a vision board works for you, great. If having an imagination works for you, great. However works for you, that's the route you should go.
Exactly. It's about being persistent and tunnel vision.
Right.
You can, the back and forth or the double-mindedness is what delays it, because now you're giving mixed instructions to yourself, right? You haven't decided what it is that you really want, because have you decided and hit clarity, then this back and forth or the double-mindedness or questioning whether you can have or think or things should take place wouldn't come into your mind, because you
Right.
have clarity of mind, because you have made a decision, whatever that is, whatever you have decided that you want. That's enough. We think it needs to be more than that, right? We think we have to do these extra steps like convincing or, shadow work, inner work, mental
Theory.
blocks, trying to find problems, trying to, I'm like, remember, if you're the creator, if you are the sole creator of your experience, then if you have blocks, you're the one creating the blocks. So stop creating the block. Stop saying you have blocks.
Mic drop. There it is. And
You're creating the barrier.
Because they keep thinking blocks. Mic drop. There it is.
If you didn't think you had blocks, you wouldn't have any. So somebody told you that, and you're like, yeah, that has to be the reason that I didn't get it. No, the reason is you're double-minded. It's not because you have a block. The block may be double-mindedness. I mean, if you want to call, because you're talking off both sides, if you say of your neck, right? You're saying you do it and you're saying you don't. You're wondering why it's taking so long. What's the delay? You're creating blocks because you are questioning the how and the when. Those are your blocks. Because there is no how and there is no when. The moment you asked, I answered while you were yet speaking, I did appear. You're just supposed to live in the state of the wish fulfilled, as Neville would say, right? You're supposed to operate in that peace of knowing that it's already done.
Right.
And that's like you said, you keep talking to yourself even when that old mind would say, no, I don't see it. And why, what's going on? And, and questioning everything. And I just realized most people don't love themselves. So they think they have to earn the blessing.
Right.
They don't think, when I say love, saying that in some way you feel undeserving or unworthy of it. And so now you have to you have to do these things to convince yourself of your worthiness, of your deservingness. So what techniques can I do to make me feel like I deserve it now? When the moment you asked for it, it was yours. There was nothing to do.
Yep. And that's something we've been trained. We've been trained to think that way. We've been trained that if we love ourselves as being conceited, that if we do anything good for ourselves, we feel that we deserve something, that it's selfish, when it's not, and it's okay to tell yourself, I deserve that. I love myself. I love me. I only wish good things for myself. Be your own cheerleader. I can do it. I have that, things like that. And even if that little guilt feeling comes in there, let it be there, but tell yourself, you stay with that same thing, that you deserve it. That this is what you desire. This is what you deserve. It's yours all along. It belongs to you. So, and then little by little, it gets easier and easier. The more you tell yourself you deserve it, the more you tell yourself it's okay to love yourself. It's okay to want the things that you want. It's okay to have the things that you desire. And you keep telling yourself over and over, because that's just like, it's a new thought. Because, as kids, we've been taught, oh, no, that's being selfish. Oh, you're being conceited. Oh, you're being full of yourself. Da, 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 da. And it's been programmed.
Hammered into us, yeah.
Yeah. So now you got to change that program. You kind of have to become like TikTok. Like there's some songs that I've put on my music phone, on my cell phone, that I hated those songs. I couldn't stand them. One of them was the one of by the Four Seasons. I'm begging you. The new one. I'm begging you. La 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 la. That guy. Well, every time I saw that on TikTok, I'm like, oh my god, that song. Oh my god, they ruined it. Blah blah blah. Well, TikTok didn't care how I was feeling. TikTok didn't care what mood I was in. TikTok didn't care if I was happy or sad. TikTok did not give a rat's ass. TikTok kept playing it. And guess what? It's on my phone now. Same thing with your manifestations. It does not care how you feel. It does not care what mood you're in. You just keep bombarding. You become TikTok. If every time you go on your own little programming, I'm amazing. I'm great. I get whatever I want. I'm amazing. I'm great. I get whatever I want. I'm amazing. I'm great. I get whatever I want. Bombard yourself with it. And watch it. And then all of a sudden you'll start But yeah, I'm amazing. I'm great. I get whatever I want. It's like that song. Now I like it.
And why did it keep showing it to you? What made it come a part of your feed?
Exactly.
It became a part of your feed. But what was it? It was because what? You gave your attention to it.
Exactly.
Attention is the sap of life, not feelings, not emotions. Attention, focus. That's giving your energy, as most people like to say. Once you gave your energy, which I just like to say your attention or focus, because to me that just simplifies it. Because when you start hearing about alignment, vibration, frequency, as we say, your frequency is what you frequently see. Let's keep it simple. I know we all want to sound scientific because we want science to be the final answer, right? We want that to be, what gives us, like, when science said it, like if science didn't validate it, somehow it is wrong. I'm like, science is just catching up to this mindset. They're just willing. They probably already knew. They're just willing to now validate it. Right. They're just willing now to say, oh, yes, it's all, thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Because here's the thing with emotions. Your emotions change like the wind. Mm-hmm. They are tossed to and fro. And your emotions will have you thinking that things aren't right. It will tell you that you're nervous. It'll tell you that you're anxious. It'll tell you that you are depressed. It will give you all of these labels just because you feel funny in your body. Other than just saying, oh, this is weird, but I don't care. I still want what I want.
Right.
You actually get to override your feelings. But I know people have convinced us that you need emotions because emotions is energy in motion. It may be energy in motion, but it's not the cause for manifestation.
Right.
The cause for manifestation, the power is in the word. Mm-hmm. The word that I speak, it is spirit and it is life. Yeah. I am the truth, the way, and the life. No manifestation comes to me unless the Father, which is the awareness, not the emo. Your Father is not the emotions. That's not the Father. The Father is the awareness, is the cause, is the creator. The word is the creator. That's what creates. Can you use emotions? Yes, just like any other tool, you can use it. Is it necessary? No, it's never necessary. Because people really think that if they don't feel good about it, that means they can't have it. It's not meant for me because I don't feel good about it. It's not about feeling good. It's about what do you want and then standing on that. Like you said, talk to yourself. Because because it's a new state, it's something you've never experienced, you may feel weird about it, right? Because now you're expanding consciousness. You're expanding your mindset to say that now you can have this new experience. And the body is used to familiarity. It don't know nothing about this new experience. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. We never did that before. How that's going to happen? How do it always wants to predetermine or speak or try to know. And that's when you have to settle it down and say, it's not your business to know. Mm-hmm. Sit down somewhere.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Pastor. Hello, Janae. Hello, Sunflower. And hey, and pretty as Lene. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, Salome.
And you're right. Emotions have nothing to do with it. But see, the Secret, the movie, The Secret was like, oh, it's all about emotion. It's all about feeling happy. We're not a game show host. And even a game show host has their ups and downs. We're not robots. So,
I like that.
I mean, I'm not saying that, that we always have to be, like, oh, yeah, I'm happy. We're Stepford women. I'm happy. No, we're not. We're God's having a human experience. So it's okay to feel emotion. Let it be there. You want to punch a pillow? Punch it. You want to scream? Scream. You want to swear? Do whatever. Let it out of your system. But stick with the program. Keep your eye on the prize, no matter what. Just like Jesus did. Kept his eye on the prize. Everybody around him was tripping. He even cried. But he kept his eye on the prize. And
Yep.
that's all you have to do.
And telling him what he should have did. If you would have came 4 days ago, my brother would be alive. But it's your fault. Those emotions was all over the place, right? Because that's what the women represent. The women represented the emotions, and they were like, had you come here when you were supposed to, when I first told you about it, we wouldn't be having this situation.
Yep. Where you been, man? You've been here. You would have been alive. What the fuck, dude? You've been here. Oh, so you were out preaching somewhere else when your butt should have been right here. And then, oh God, oh my brother, oh I get it. It's like, I mean, everybody around him was seriously tripping. I mean, they had reason, okay? We give it to them. They lose their brother, their friend. I get it. But even with all that chaos that was going on, Jesus said, Lazarus is asleep and I'm waking him up. He stayed with the outcome. And this is also in the book we just read, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. The guy that was in a Russian camp, a prisoner, and he told his subconscious mind, find me a way to escape. And every day he pictured himself in California driving a sports car. You know, he even manifested his SP, a lady that he met in Berlin, that, you know, that she's his wife. Who knows if she was married or not? He didn't care. He was like, that's my woman. I'm driving with her down the street on Sunset Boulevard, whatever. And he kept playing that over and over in the middle of a 0-degree weather prison camp where he was probably sleeping in a little pillow thing, a little sheet thing, freezing his butt off. And in his mind, he was in California. And then the opportunity came where the soldier or whatever missed the count, missed his number, and he walked out of there and he found his way. He lived off of animals and things like that, kept in his mind. He lives in California, he's married to his SP, and he drives a convertible. He kept going that in his mind. Then when he gets to the American embassy in Poland, he meets an American family that takes him in. Where are they from?
California.
What part of California? Los Angeles. I mean, what are the odds? Right. And he runs into the SP, marries the SP, gets the car, driving down Wilshire Boulevard. And now I'm over here talking about Wilshire Boulevard in my head, and I'm right now picturing Los Angeles, California. So that's how it works. You don't even have to force yourself to imagine. You tell yourself a story, and immediately, however you create, however you manifest, will immediately start working. So you don't have to work at anything.
That part. It just happens, right? It's a happening. And I think people think that you have to make these things occur when they automatically occur once you shift your mind. Regardless, if you're shifting your mind to the thing you want, or you're shifting your mind to the unwanted. Things are just going to happen to confirm to you that it's difficult for you to manifest. That it's hard for you to get what you want out of life. That relationships are hard. That having more money in your experience is going to be difficult. I'm going to have to sacrifice something. I'm going to have to give up something. Then consciousness always says yes.
Hi, all love.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's always saying yes.
It's always saying yes. Hello, my truth. Welcome.
Yes, and it's done. Yes, and amen. Yes, and it's done. That's biblical. That's in the Bible. Like I've heard at churches, I don't know if God wants to give you. I'm like, no, that's in black and white. Yes and amen is yes means yes, and amen means it's done. So it is. You know, I don't know where in the Bible does it say that God says no. I don't know where the hell they got that from. And not even with the asking you shall receive. It's not really that you're going to receive. You receive an answer. I'm like, where? I mean, I'll like show them like, here's Matthew, here's Mark. Show me where does it say that it's answer, and he even gives examples. If you ask for a fish, will I give you a rock? And
right. A fish, will I give you a stone? Right. Yeah. A serpent. Right.
You're actually asking for something substantial, something material. It's not an answer. It doesn't say anything about an answer. And I love this story. You should check out this story. It's in both books. I don't know if you remember this one. John and James of Zebedee.
Okay.
Come over. It's in Matthew and it's in Mark.
Okay.
John and James of Zebedee come to Jesus and they say to him, Master, give us what we want. Straight up. Like that. No, please, no, nothing. Give us what we want. Jesus says, what do you want? They say to drink of your cup and be baptized under your baptism.
Okay.
And in one of the books, even their mama gets involved. Says, oh yeah, that's what they want, and give that to them. And they can handle it. So Jesus says, you know what you're asking for. And they're like, that's what we want. Oh, and to sit in the right hand of the Father.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Jesus says, okay, well, from this moment on, you're baptized under the same baptism as me, and you drink of the cup that I drink of. Now, as far as sitting on the right-hand side of the Father, I can't give you that, because that's the Father's realm, which I want you to elaborate on that one in a minute. But I loved it. So if somebody says to you that, oh, you can't have what that person has, John and James of Zebedee, they wanted to be just like Jesus. So if you want to be like somebody, you have to covet. You can say, you know what? The same good luck that they have with men, I got the same one. The guys bring them flowers. Oh, men bring me flowers too. People just love her. Oh, they love me too. So you don't have to be jealous of anybody. You can just claim what they have. John and James of Zebedee walked up to Jesus and said, give us what we want. We want what you got.
Right. So John and James are actually the 12 disciples, right? James, they're brothers, right? John and James are brothers. That's how, right? So John represents love and James represents righteous judgment, right? So so the Father being the all only decides who sits at the right. So sitting at the right hand of the Father is just righteousness. So who wouldn't be, we're all sitting at the right hand of God, right? Because it's not saying that a physical person like Jesus is actually sitting there, or there's a throne. The throne is within you, right? The right hand is the right hemisphere, right? The Son would be the idea in mind. So yes, the Father gets to decide what idea is held in mind. Your awareness gets to decide that.
Right. And I think that when Jesus said it that way, I think that they had to choose that they're at the right hand of the Father. That's why Jesus said, I can't, that's not my realm, because we're all God. So we have to choose whether we're at the right hand of the Father or not, that we're righteous.
Right. Yep.
Sure. So, but man, when I read that scripture, oh boy, I'm like, and then not only
again, no, right?
It's in 2 books. I'm like, oh dang. So it's like a modern version of when what's his name? Isaac got the blessing from his dad, got Esau's blessing. Mm-hmm. Jacob. Jacob got Isaac's blessing. Yes, thank you. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Jacob got Isaac's blessing. Thank you. Yeah. Instead of Esau.
Right. Yep.
But this is what I don't understand, T. Why didn't just Esau just claim that he's got the same blessing? He got the blessing whether he didn't get it from his dad or not.
Well, that's because it's showing you how manifestation occurs, right? Yeah. So you're Isaac. Esau is the outer world. Is the world, is your mirror, basically, right?
Oh, okay.
Jacob, being smooth skinned, represents that which has not been manifested outwardly. So that's the desire, right? So in order for Jacob to even get the blessing, he had to feel, touch, smell like he was Esau. So Jacob names means supplanter. So he was always supplanting Esau, right? And so this was the last time he was going to supplant. I don't know if it's the last time, but a significant time where he was going to supplant Esau. He was going to get the blessing, but the only way he could get it, he had to what? Feel natural to Isaac. And that's what the Bible's telling you. In order for you to get the blessing, it must feel natural to you. You must take on the tones of reality of already being the person that has it. That's all that scripture is telling you. You're Isaac, which means Isaac represented blindness because he was going blind, kind of like Justice is blind, right? You say blind Justice, and she wears the little thing or the little thing around her eyes, whatever. So that's what it is. You're blind to how, like, you don't know how your manifestation is going to come. That's where faith comes in, right? You're trusting it. So trusting that those five senses inwardly. A lot of times we trust the five senses outwardly, but this time it's about trusting it. It's about feeling as if it's already real, even though you can't see it. So what he had to do, he used two other talents or two other senses. He used the sense of touch and the sense of smell. And he said, oh, because you don't sound like Esau. He knew that he didn't sound like, he said, you don't sound like Esau. You sound like Jacob. Come here. Come here that I may feel you.
Oh.
And that's why Jacob made sure he put on the hairy coats of skin and that he prepared the meal according to the direction of his mother. And then when he came forth with the meal and he felt, because he knew that Jacob was he didn't have hair on him. So when he touched Jacob and he felt hair, he said, oh, you must be Esau then. Then you must be Esau. So now I got to give you the blessing.
Oh,
that's why it's more than just, yes, your words are powerful, but you also have to make it real to you. You got to be the person, right? So as you're speaking it, because Jacob is saying, I'm Esau. It's like, oh, really? You're not real convincing. Come here. Now you gotta feel like that you Esau. I'm just not gonna take your word for it. I also need to touch you and smell you. Those are just the five talents that we use, the five senses, right? Which is your smell, taste, touch, hearing, and what's the last one? I know I didn't say all five of them. Yeah, thank you.
Seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, and smelling.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So and that's all it was saying. Because sometimes you are going to have to do more than just, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say you always have to do more than, because like we said, there's no wrong way to manifest.
Right.
That particular scripture was just showing you one, you have 5 talents. He used 3 of them. Well, he really couldn't use the sight, right? This is where walk by faith and not by sight, right? Because he didn't have sight. He only had the other 4 senses. So he used the other 2 to signify. And this is just, again, this scripture is telling you, in order to occupy a state or to express a state, you have to embody the state. You have to be it. And like you said, you be it by continuously talking to yourself until it feels natural. Feel, not feelings, but feel as in touch, as in smell, as in taste, as in hear, as in sight.
And also,
because he didn't get the blessing because he felt good about it.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, oh, this feels really, he wasn't emotional giving the blessing. The feelings and emotions had nothing to do why he blessed Jacob.
And Jacob was saying, I am Esau. I am Esau.
I am Esau. I am Esau.
He was like, well, you feel like Esau, but you don't sound like Esau. I am Esau. I am Esau. So that's how he was embracing being Esau, by saying that he is Esau. The more you say, I am something, you automatically...
He felt like he was Esau.
Exactly. The more you say it, you become it. The more you say it, you become it.
Yep.
It's true. I mean, like, you can watch like a sad movie and cry, and then say to yourself, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. And you'll start feeling happy. You'll start laughing. Something funny will come into your head. You're saying, I'm happy. I'm happy. And you immediately can change your emotion from being sad to being happy. You're simply saying that you are. By simply just saying it over and over. I mean, I got to say it a gazillion times. But you say it over and you let those words seep in, you automatically start to become that person. That's why he kept saying, I'm Esau. And his dad's like, anyway, you don't sound like him, you don't smell like him. Esau wears polo, and you're wearing wearing Chanel. What's going on? No, wait a minute. You're wearing Calvin Klein. Yeah. No, you wear Polo. You sure you're Esau? I'm Esau. Yeah, Esau changed perfume. You went from Polo to Calvin Klein. Yeah, I'm Esau. Yeah, I'm Esau. Touch me, I'm Esau. Smell me, I'm Esau. It's me. Yeah, I got a little coat. Yeah, but it's me. I'm Esau. He did say it. He kept saying, I am Esau, I am Esau, I am Esau. Even though his dad doubted. We can even get even further if you want to get more like manifestational. That's a new new manifestation that he was embracing, and his dad can represent what was going on in his mind. Well, you don't smell like Esau, you don't taste like Esau, you don't look like Esau, so why would I give you the blessing? He kept saying, no, I'm Esau. I'm Esau. I'm Esau. You became Esau by simply saying that he is.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say, so shall it be.
Exactly.
So shall it, speak it into existence. Right? Embody the state. Because it's really about, right, it's just really about embodying the state. And he embodied the state by smelling like Esau and feeling, or when he touched him. Again, feeling is not feelings or emotions, it's the touch that got the blessing.
Right.
Yeah, speak those things that be not as though they were. Hey, Elizabeth.
How you doing, Elizabeth? Yep. Things that be not as though they were.
That's it.
Yep.
And that's what's just so imperative. Tap the screen, guys. 10K the easy way. You can still come up if you have questions with 10K the easy way, because you can ask Gigi or I, or you have something to add to the conversation.
In there.
I know, right? I love how you reference the Bible as well. Yeah, because I don't really read scripture anymore, but I forgot about that John and James. But when you said it was like, oh, I do remember that. I haven't read it in a while, but I do remember that parable. I do remember that story with them coming. And then that's another way of showing that the Father never says no, which is your awareness, which is the I am in you, never says no. That's why the things that you don't want keep happening, because awareness is never going to say no. Awareness says, oh, that's what you're going to give your attention to. That's what you're going to keep talking about. You want to keep talking about how broke you are, how life is a struggle, it's a strain, you got to sacrifice. Says, yep, you're exactly right. For you, life will be a struggle, strain, and a sacrifice.
Right.
And that's the wall in Jericho that needs to come tumbling down. Like when you talk about the children of Israel when they were leaving the wilderness, and anyone over age of 20 couldn't enter into Jerusalem, and they had to go out and spy out the land, and they sent Rahab into the land, and they had to walk around the walls of Jericho 7 times, which is the symbol for completion, right? To complete a thing. If you really want to experience abundance, you're going to have to break down the walls of Jericho, the walls of sacrifice, struggle, strain, and difficulty. You want to have you can keep them up if that's how you want to get your abundance. Mm-hmm. You can continue to operate from strain, struggle, and difficulty. However, in the Gospels, is telling you that to learn of the Christ whose yoke is easy and burden is light. Life was never meant to be difficult. It was never meant to be a strain. It was meant to pass the baton over to the I am and let the I am do the work, because the work is already done.
Exactly.
That's what's so important.
Just like Hay says right here, thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be established unto thee. That's true. You decree it and it's yours. You don't have to work so hard. That's the beauty about it. That you don't have to work so hard. But that story and I just found that story just by this was years ago, by just perusing the Bible, and I was looking up. I think it was like asking you shall receive, that one, and then I found that story, and it blew my mind. It's been like seared into my brain ever since I saw it. Mm-hmm. So whenever I feel like, because we, like I said, we're God's having a human experience. We're all God's having a human experience. And if you ever feel like that you can't have something, you can't be something, or whatever, I always reference that story. Like, wait a minute, John and James went up to Jesus and said they wanted to be just like him. So yeah, you know. So you can do that too. So if you want to be thin, you just say I'm thin. I weigh this much. I can eat whatever I want, and my metabolism is always through the roof. And even if something inside you're saying, no, it's not, you say, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can eat whatever I want. My metabolism is up there. It's always good. I can eat whatever I want. I can eat as much sugar as I want. I can eat any time of the day as I want. I stay healthy. I stay thin. Look at that. You just keep saying it over and over. And the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you say it, the more you believe it. And then it just starts getting, like Mr. Trudeau said, the moment you say it, it's done. You already created that neural pathway. I just got to stay on that neural pathway.
Right, that part.
You want to go to Chicago from Wisconsin. You got to stay on I-94. You
can't go I-55 and think you're gonna get to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You can't take the Stevenson thing. Take Stevenson South thinking you're going to Wisconsin. It's not.
Exactly. Or like in LA, you want to get to Malibu, you take the PCH. You can't get to the PCH if you take, the 101 going the opposite direction. You got to take the PCH. So, you just got to stay on the neural pathway highway. I'm amazing. Stay on the neural pathway highway. If the new highway opens up, no, you're not. Oh, yes, I am. Amazing. I'm staying on the neural pathway highway if I'm amazing. No, you suck. No, I don't. I'm staying on the neural pathway, then I'm amazing. You stay on that highway. And then before you know it, the other highways will just disappear because, like you just said earlier, your attention is not there. Your attention is on how amazing you are, how great you are, So, yeah, it's persistence. It's exercise. It's like the Neville video I sent you, it's for being persistent, keeping with it, staying with it. And don't forget about the how. Who cares about the how? If that even pops up in your head, you just say, you know what? That ain't none of my business. That's God's realm, or that's the universe's realm. That's the subconscious realm. You know what? I'll say, I don't care how you do it. Just thank you for doing it. And that just gets rid of the how right out of the way. It's like, I don't care how you do it. Just thank you for doing it. And when is always now. That's the only when. It's right now. And you stay right there. You stay right there with your desire. And before you know it, it'll happen. That's why things that we don't want, we can and we say, well, how come the thing we don't want keeps happening? Well, number one, we don't care how it happens. We're not looking at how, when. We're not working towards it. We are focused on it. We believe it, and we keep repeating it. Yep. We talk to our friends about it. We talk to our family members about it. We talk to ourselves about it. So what does it do? It just keeps repeating itself. It just keeps coming over and over and over. Why? Because you're not like, you're not like, where is it? Where is it? How come he's not being an asshole? I keep saying he's being an asshole, but he's not being an asshole. Where is it? I affirm that he's an asshole. I talk to myself that he's an asshole. I write it down that he's an asshole. I have a vision board where he looks like an asshole. It's not happening. Well, we don't do that with what we don't want. Mm-hmm. We automatically, we're focused. We automatically say it. Mm-hmm. We believe it. Yeah. We accept it. We're on that neural highway. He's an asshole. Right? Yep. So what do? Get off that highway. He's an amazing guy. He's amazing. Even if he's acting like an asshole. Call things that be not as though they were. Oh, he's being an asshole just now. Oh God, he's so amazing. Or, oh man, he's so amazing. He's such an amazing guy. Oh man, is he amazing. Thank you. He's amazing. He's so sweet to me. He's so nice to me. I mean, I just want to. Or, oh God, he's so amazing. Yeah, he is. He loves me so much. Oh, he's so amazing. I don't care. That's like TikTok. Okay, that's just gonna keep going. Okay, oh yeah, he's amazing. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, he's amazing. Oh yeah, he's amazing. And before you know it, he becomes amazing. You're like, how did that happen? He became amazing. because you are no longer focused on him being an asshole. You're focused on him being amazing. You're focused on him being a nice guy. So get off the asshole highway and get on the nice guy highway. And don't think about it. How is it going to, when it's the things that we don't want, we're not sitting there wondering how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. We automatically say that's how it is, even if we have no evidence of it anywhere.
Yeah.
Being a sweet guy, being sweet to you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you asked him something and he maybe didn't hear you and you think, oh, he's ignoring me, he's being an asshole. Boom, you just created that. But now you're thinking he's a jerk. And you're not looking about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You automatically accept it. So flip the script. He's a nice guy. So what if you don't see it? He's a nice guy. See it in here. See it in here. He's a nice guy. Saying he's a nice guy. And before you know it, boom, he becomes a nice. I've done this with my husband. Okay. Seriously. I mean, he's gone from like A to B, and I keep him in B. He's a sweet guy. He's a nice guy. He's amazing. He's this. If I want to do something, he's like, oh, yeah, let's do it. What happens? Because now I'm on that neural pathway highway. Yeah. So yeah, it's that easy, peeps. It's that easy.
Yep. You just can't be lazy in your thinking.
Yeah. So got darn easy.
Yeah, you just can't be lazy in your thinking. That's it. You know, you have to pay attention to what you're paying attention to, and talking about the problem, regardless of what anyone says, does not make it disappear. It just stabilizes it. It keeps giving you more of the same thing. So if you want a problem to dissipate, to die, you have to do what? Take your attention away from it. Give your attention to the thing you want to see in your world. Be purposeful about what you are creating, because your thoughts are literally things, and they show up as everyone. They show up as in relationships. They show up in your finances. They show up in your body and your health. They show up everywhere. I know some people like to compartmentalize their beliefs and their thoughts. Like they can manifest a lot of money, but they don't know why they can't bring the right person into their world, right? Or they can manifest the right person in the world, but they don't know how to bring the finances or bring health to the body, right? They like to say, oh, I know how to do this, but I don't know how to do that. But the same mind that created this is the same mind that creates that. It's the same mind.
Do this and you don't know how to do that. It says, yes, you know how to do this, and yes, you don't know how to do that.
Absolutely.
It's always saying, yes, you're amazing. Yes, you're an asshole. Yes, you're a bitch. Yes, you're a sweetheart. Yes, you're pretty. Yes, you're whatever it is that you're saying. It agrees. It says yes.
It says yes. It's your genie in the bottle.
Exactly.
It's always.
What goes on in the world wouldn't be going on if God had a conscience. He doesn't.
Yeah. Impersonal. When the law is impersonal. The law is impersonal. You can use it however.
However you want to use it.
Yep. So understanding that the law was impersonal, that's what you have to get out of that being wrong or right, good or bad, evil, and all of that. You got to let that go. You really have to, as Esther Hicks would say, you really got to don't pay attention to the world, because the world will get you off your square for real, because you'll be so concerned about what this one is doing, what's going on in Washington D.C. and what's happening over in the Middle East, and and what laws is Congress passing and all that. And you got to understand that that's their world. You're creating your world. So you just have to understand that no matter what's going on out there, it's just a reflection of what's going on within here. So I have no idea what's going on in the Middle East, or what Congress is doing, or what's happening in Washington. I have absolutely no idea, because that's not what my attention is. Because I understand if my thoughts create my reality, why am I concerned about their reality? Why would I give my energy to something that I don't want to see manifest in my world? Right. And so when people get to talking about, oh, they're harvesting energy. No, they're not harvesting. You're giving it to them. you're giving it to you are creating it because you're giving it your attention. No one's taking anything from anyone. No one's taking anything from anyone. You're making a choice. No one came into your living room and told you turn to CNN now. You better turn CNN. No. You decided to watch Fox News tonight.
Yeah.
You decided to watch MSNBC. You decided to listen to whatever they're doing, and then call your friends and family on the phone and talk about it.
Yep.
And so you wonder why. Yes, that's your attention. Your attention is what's is causing it to be real for you, though. It's only causing it to be real for you. It isn't causing it to be real for me. Only causing it to be real for you and all the masses of other people that give your attention to it. As we stated, your attention is the sap of life. That, yes, your attention is your energy. Your focus is what's calling these things to come to life. Because had you just ignored them and said, "Oh, dang, ain't nobody even gonna pay them no mind," half the stuff that they be talking about they want to do wouldn't even come to fruition.
Right.
Especially if you didn't get, especially not for you and your world. But people don't understand that there are as many worlds as there are people in the world. Because not everybody is affected by these laws. It's only those who believe in these laws. And I'm not saying that we walk around and we don't render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, right? However, you do know that if you don't believe that a thing can affect you, it won't, right? Yes, is it wrong to break the speed limit? Only if you get caught. And even then, that's questionable, right?
Yep.
You can get caught speeding and still not get a ticket and still not have to pay a fine.
I never get caught because I always say I never get tickets, and the cops love me. I never get caught.
There you go. There you go.
Right by them. I even
There you go.
And they never get my husband's like, he's like, "Do you know that cop?" "No." "You didn't pull me." They never pull me over. They know it's me. And I've even told you this story. I've even told like cars that have been driving and they're in my lane, and I messed around with them. Be like, "Hey, BMW, black BMW, move to the right lane." I'll be saying in my head, "Move to the right lane," and move to the right lane. Get back in the middle. Get back in the middle. Get on the left lane. Get back in the left lane. Exit here. Exit here.
Can y'all hear me? Because I'm in my car, so I don't know how the sound is.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, we can hear you. You don't have great signal, but yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear it clearly. Hey, Mia. And I'll be just telling cars where to go.
Look, I break rules. I tell everybody, I break rules. I litter and everything.
Yeah. You have to. Why not? My husband and I, we went to Waukesha. We were going to a club to go see live music. And that street was weird. It's like it has a street light, but it has like a fork in the road. And so when we get to the actual light to make a right turn, we were supposed to do it on the fork. Because you get right to the light, you either got to go straight or go left. So we had a cop car behind us. So he turns right, and the cop didn't pull us over. And he kept saying, "He's going to pull us over." And I'm like, "No, he's not. Stop saying that." What happened? He hit the brake. I don't know why he braked. And all of a sudden it was whoop, whoop, whoop. And he's like, "Oh my God, baby, they're going to give us a ticket." And I'm like, "Relax, baby, let me think. Yeah, relax, let me think." So I'm going in where I never get a ticket. I'm just going to give us a warning. He's going to give us a warning. I never get a ticket. I was like, "Oh, please come to my window. Don't go to his. Please come to my window." So to my window, he came. He knocked on my window. "Hi, officer. How's it going?" "Good, good." "You know why I pulled you over?" "Yes. We're at the light. We're supposed to make a right turn. Not at the light. We're supposed to go at the fork. We would have backed up, but you were behind us. And we had to go right anyway, or, the GPS has been acting weird. Plus, we're not really from this area. And, we've been to the club before, but he didn't need to know that. We're not really from this area. We're kind of lost, blah, 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 blah." And he was like, okay. And he goes, "All right, it's fine. No worries. Welcome to Waukesha. And I'm just going to give you I'll just give you a verbal warning. I'll be right back." And that's it. And then he came over, he gave us a verbal warning. He goes, "Have a good time." And that was it. And my husband's like, "What did you do? Put a spell on him?" I go, "Yeah, I did. I put a spell on him. He's never get tickets. I never get tickets." Cops love us.
But that's true. But you know what? That's when you don't subscribe to all those beliefs that the world gives you about things.
Exactly.
Cops
Exactly.
aren't scary. I'm gonna litter. If I'm on the freeway, I'm gonna throw this cup out the window. Shoot, I'm paying tolls anyway.
That part.
I shouldn't have to pay to drive on the freeway. I'm throwing this Starbucks cup out the window. And if I gotta go through self-checkout, something's getting away free. Because I don't work here.
I know,
Yep.
right? Mia, like, don't play with me.
Don't play with me. And I'm putting that Charmin on the bottom too, that $35 toilet paper.
There you go.
Mega roll. Since I got to work at the grocery store, since I got to get the groceries, buy the groceries, now I got to check out the groceries and bag them myself. Oh, I work here? Okay.
So
Ma'am, you didn't ring up your Charmin. I'm sorry. I didn't go through orientation at the grocery store. My bad. I'm sorry. I forgot. That's what I'm going to say when they catch me. I didn't go through training. Since you're making me work. Yeah. Everything's a fee nowadays. All these rules that the world has made up, I'm breaking them.
Yep. It's all make believe anyway.
and
Right,
same
the
thing
make
with
believe.
bags. Like, the bags were 10 cents. Like, when I was in California, they said the bags at Walmart and stuff were 10 cents. I didn't pay not one dime. The bags were given to me for free. Walmart, Target, any store I went to got the bags for free. Do the same thing in Connecticut. You got to pay for bags. Like, I get the bags for free. People give me bags all the time.
Yeah, they pay for bags in Chicago too. We don't pay for them in the suburbs. So we don't pay for them in the suburbs. It's just a Cook County thing. It's not all over. It's not all over Illinois. Yeah.
It was not, no, but
I just got a new part-time job, and they were like, "You want to be a W-2 or a 1099?" 1099. It's mine. I'm an independent contractor.
there you go.
Come get me. I want all my money. I'll pay you when I feel like it.
I know, right?
I'm owed some
Because you
reparations
truly are the
anyway.
creator of your reality. They say it's this scripture in the Bible saying, if I was hungry, would I tell you? No, I would just take it. We just been conditioned to think we have to get permission when we don't have to. Like, this truly is your world, you know? Because here's the thing, these laws that govern us, those who created them don't abide by those same laws, right?
Oh no,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
no.
They're above their own man-made laws, you know?
Mhm.
They just don't want you to know that you are above them as well.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I drove around. I just got a new car, but before I drove around with almost 2.5 years expired registration, and I would be driving right next to cops, and nothing would happen because I was like, I don't believe in this. Nope, stupid. And I'm telling you, I literally nothing would happen because I didn't believe in it. I was just like, and my sister were like, "You're gonna get don't put that on me. You're gonna get a ticket. I'm not gonna get a ticket.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna get it. You believe in that. You're driving around afraid of the cops and tickets. I ain't driving around afraid of nothing."
Right. I didn't teach my son that mindset, you know, of, you know, you get pulled over, this is how you are to behave and all of that
Yeah.
BS. No, that's just putting fear into our children. And I was not going to succumb to that mindset. Because what? And why? Why would I want to raise my children to fear someone else? To give someone power over them? Because that's all you're doing. You're giving somebody authority and power over you, which they don't have, only unless you give it to them. You know, why you should not be raising your children to be in fear of man. What is man that I should fear him, right? What can man do to me other than what I give him power to? Other than that, man doesn't have power over you.
Yeah. Why litter and steal? Why do I have to go to the grocery store and buy fruit? Why do I have to buy water? Air. Why do I have to pay for tolls to drive on a freeway?
Oh, Illinois, Chicago.
I live in Houston. You know, when I go out with my friends, you know, I have to pay for parking. You got to pay $20 to park, $40 for valet. You got to pay to park, pay to eat, pay. I'm telling you,
Yeah, that whole pay to play is something
pay,
else.
pay, 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 pay,
Wow.
pay, 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 pay. Okay.
Mm.
But I just got the mindset I got enough money to pay for anything because I am money. So whatever needs to be
Exactly.
paid for, gonna be paid for.
You
Cause
know what?
it's
And I'm gonna
always
spend it because I'm gonna make it again.
yep.
I buy what I want. I pay for convenience. Valet $40. That's stupid. I'm gonna pay it because I don't want to get towed. But I'm just saying that we put so much value on money, and of course
Mm.
we live in this world. But spend it, make it. Spend it, make it. Save it, spend it, make it.
Right. And here's the thing: why would you be in fear of the jail? Always starts in the mind first, before it ever becomes a physical reality. You have to be imprisoned in your mind first in order to experience jail physically. Get out of the mindset that there's a law greater than the law of mind. There's no law greater than the law of mind. Many people will tell you that they should have gone to prison or jail and did not experience it because they
Yes.
understood the law of mind.
People
When I
walking
was,
around in prison in their mind every day,
Yes. Living in fear.
scared of
when I was,
everything. Scared. Ooh, when the big COVID thing was around, oh my God, people was just in fear, just driving around with masks on in the car.
Yep.
when I went to his wedding in Chicago, all our family members paid 50, 40, $30 to park. And we found a parking underground and everything for the whole day. It's $10. And I even said to the guy, okay, seriously, it's $10? I mean, not $10 the first hour and then like $10 an hour each additional. And he goes, no, he goes, it's $10 for the, we just made it, on our like special that they had going on. So we just about made it, and he gave it to us for $10. We parked for $10. And Los Angeles, it was the same thing. A lot of the parking by Sunset Boulevard, by where the clubs are, the Rainbow, and all them places are, parking's like $20, $30. And a guy there gave me parking for $10. So he charged everybody else 20, but he gave me $10. I said, well, for me, it's going to be $10. For me, it's not going to be that much. You're like, how are you getting $10 parking in California? I'm like, I have my methods, I have my ways.
I heard something, y'all. I was watching something, and I'm sorry, my ADHD is tingling, and when it pops in my head, I have to say it.
Oh, no worries. No
But I
worries.
heard something about, how the pineal gland secretes melatonin and all that stuff, and how it actually helps fight against like cancer and things like that. And then I thought about how the pineal gland can be, what's the word they say, like crystallized, fossilized, and that we don't use it because of all these things, the world, the foods and all that stuff. And I thought about it. I'm like, how cancer is something that affects us in this world so much, and my mother dealt with it. And the first thing they tell you when you get diagnosed with it is to not stress, to be calm, to fast, all the things that are good for you as a whole person, to disconnect from the world, to not stress and worry and be anxious. And the world feeds on that. And and I'm not like that anymore. And my mother spent so much of her life being fearful and anxious and worrisome and stressed. And it's just that's so much of the world, and the world piles that upon you. And that savior complex doesn't empower you to be able to feel at rest
Right.
and okay. And that savior complex also makes you give the world more than you give yourself, because now you feel like you have to save the world. You give your job more than you give yourself. You give your children more than you give yourself. You give your spouse more than you give yourself. And you're saving everyone, not yourself.
Yep. Yep. That's because
And it
that's
just,
unfortunate that's how
yeah,
religion sees it. Tells you that you have to be selfless. It's all
Yeah.
about
Yes.
everybody else, and you're to be last. You're to put yourself last and put everyone else before you, because
Yes.
that's what they have been convinced that, oh, if I'm selfless, that means I'm a good person. That means I'm
Yep.
great, and I'm gonna get an extra medal in heaven because I put everyone before me, which is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't put nobody before you. Most people are selfish, but they don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Yep. They don't want to admit it.
They
Yep.
don't want to admit
Yep.
it. They
Nope.
want
Yep.
this appearance of being kind and loving when the whole time they're judgmental. They're all about self. They put themselves first. If you don't agree with me, then you don't get to have a voice. You don't get to be seen. You don't get to be heard unless you agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. And it's validation and it's really selfishness. You know what I'm saying? And then you're feeling bad because the world really don't care. And sometimes you're doing everything for kids that don't care. You're doing everything for your spouse that doesn't care because you're not fulfilled. And when you start to love yourself truly, then the world calls you selfish and narcissistic because the world doesn't even know how to recognize true self-love. And I've learned that through this journey that the world doesn't sometimes um, know how to accept true self-love. And I've had to really go through that and battle through that. Um, and learn to accept that and to block out the judgment and not judge myself and wrestle through that, and not really think about that and make sure I stay focused on myself because we do live in a world that does not like you to love you. And when we were little kids, they tell you, you're not the center of the universe. Yes, I am,
Mm-hmm.
actually. I'm the sun. I'm the middle.
Well, Ms. Million, if you
Yeah.
a year, we have been taught to live outside in instead of inside out, and it's true. We've been taught that que sera, sera. I mean, and even back then, I didn't even buy that song, but anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever will be, will be. No, it's not. It'll be whatever you say it'll be.
Yes.
You know?
That's why
Well,
children
you
believe
know,
they can be anything and do anything because
exactly.
they know they're divine.
Right?
It's us that break that down.
And the key
Yep.
is to stop thinking about the world. Who cares what the world thinks? Because the world is only going to reflect what you think. If you
Right.
truly understand that the world is your mirror, and once you solidify who you are and know who you are to be, the world is going to reflect that back to you. When you truly occupy the state that I am love, because love is not about a superiority thing.
Right.
Love is about knowing who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know who you are, you'll treat others like who they are. When you know you're God,
Absolutely.
you're going to treat gods like gods. But when you don't know that you're God, you're going to treat people as less than God. That's just how it works.
Yes.
But when you know you're God, you know everybody's God. And so you're going to treat them accordingly. And so you're going to show them what love is.
Yes.
Because it would be impossible for you not to love them if you love you first. The only reason why you
Yes.
don't love them is because you don't love you.
Right.
Right.
Because you can only
It
give
removes
who you
judgment.
are. Right. You give what's in you comes out of you. It
Yep.
don't matter what they got going on. Let them be filthy. Let them do what they're going to do. That should have no effect on you.
Yeah. As
How you
within, so without.
Right. How you see yourself and how you see other is going to be reflected. So how you see yourself, that's what the world's going to reflect back to you.
Yeah.
And how you
So if
see
you're
others,
judging others, if you're condemning others,
you're going to
that's
get
how you're
reflected.
treating yourself every day.
Exactly. That's what that whole like self-concept is. Like they're talking about self-concept. Really, self-concept is how you see yourself and how you perceive how others see you and how you see others.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and I've had this experience, and I've spoken about this before about a boss that I had, and nobody liked her. The moment I started saying, "Oh, she's nice," she says good morning to me all the time. She brings me coffee. If I'm late, she's okay with it. Blah blah blah. All of a sudden, she would say good morning. Everybody else got regular coffee. I get the cappuccino, the latte, any flavored latte they have. Oh, we'll make it how you want. You want a decaf? You want it like this one? They make it however I want it. Even when I went there on a date after I left the job, she was still managing there. I got a free bottle of wine, got free appetizer, free dessert from her. She came over, gave me a hug. Why? Because I already created the, we're talking about the neural pathway highway, that she's a nice person, that she's sweet to me, that she gives me free stuff. And it had been over a year that I hadn't worked there. Mm-hmm. And she remembered me. She immediately came running up to me and she's like, "Oh, try this. Try the lamb. The lamb is better." you know what? I'm gonna bring you this appetizer. It's really good. Try that, and it's free. You don't have to worry about it. Oh, here's a bottle of wine. It's free. Don't worry about it. Oh, you want to try this? Like, oh, delicious crumbly roll. Wait a minute. That was free too. She brought me two of them motherfuckers. They're delicious. And my date was like, wow. It's like, wow, she really liked it. So I used to work here, and she was my supervisor. Oh, you must have been a great employee. I was a great employee. She's a great boss, and nobody liked this woman. And the moment again, like we were talking earlier, the neural pathway highway, that she's sweet, that she's nice, that she's amazing. Well, everybody else was like, oh, she's a bitch, she's this, she's that. No, I stayed on the neural pathway highway, that she's a nice person. I get some stuff from her, that she's this. And that's exactly what was reflected back to me.
Yeah.
If you had a job, and let's say there's something you don't understand, which I've had this experience too, like when I worked at United Healthcare, my first year there, I didn't really understand how they were doing disenrollment. You had to go from one page to the other, and they do it really, really, really fast. And in the moment, I started saying, even before doing it, I got this. I know how to do the disenrollment. I can do it faster. I can get more numbers. My numbers are so ridiculous that the supervisor tells me to slow down. I'm always on the top of the leaderboard when we do the meetings of how our performance is. I'm always number one. So when I saw it, at first I was number 6. I kept saying, oh, look, I'm number 1. Then I was number 3. Oh, look, I'm number 1. Then I was number 2. Oh, look, I'm number 1. And before you know it, boom, I was number 1. My supervisor came to me and said, you need to slow down because you are processing way too fast with no mistakes, no nothing. I mean, you got to leave some jobs for the others. Oh, okay, no problem. Because I started saying, I understand what I'm doing. I process really fast. I make no mistakes. My supervisor is going to tell me to slow down because I'm processing too fast, and I'm always on the top of the leaderboard. That was my self-concept. Yes. So it was reflected. How I wanted my supervisor to say what to say to me, that was being reflected. So what you think of yourself, what you think of others, it's going to be reflected back to you. That's self-concept.
Beautiful. That's it.
Like spot on, Gigi. You're spot on. Because and I want to add to that, because the picture that I have on my profile, so I literally do not wear dresses, okay? And I'm not a dress girl.
Pretty picture.
And I have always said in the past, I look stupid in dresses. Literally. And so I went to brunch last weekend with some girlfriends, and they want to wear pink. And I was like, okay, well, I'm trying to wear some dress. I said, I might as well grow up at 40, right? So I wore it, and I felt really pretty. And I felt positively about it, and I liked it. And I went out, and I got a lot of compliments. I mean, I got a compliment from the man that worked at the gas station. I ain't never in my life got a compliment from the man that worked at the gas station. And I was like, okay. And so I just really, how I thought about myself was mirrored. Like literally mirrored, as almost like confirmation. Like I felt beautiful. I thought I looked beautiful, and I received it and I felt it. I'm telling you, I am not no dress girl. I'm telling you, I stopped wearing dresses to church when I went to church. When they stopped, like, we can wear slacks and stuff, yes, because I just hated dresses. I hated stockings growing up. Anytime I find a moment to really change how you think about things, how you think about yourself, really, really, it works.
Yeah.
We are really in control of this thing. We are the operant.
We run this. Who runs this mother?
I just want to share that.
Who run this mother?
Right.
Hey, look.
Who runs this mother?
Gotta have fun with it. I think sometimes we take life too seriously. Lighten up. I mean, when you come on this side of understanding, that's when you have to decide to be playful with it. Really decide to be childlike now. Really decide, okay, this is Alice in Wonderland. I'm with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. What is it's whatever it is, that's what's to come based on whatever I say it is. So what are you saying it is? Because that the mirror will reflect that back to you. Like someone said the other day, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? You get to decide that. Have fun with reality. And I know sometimes, as they say, life be life, but life is only life because you life in it. You're the energizer. You're the energizer bunny. It's you.
Yep.
You are causing it. So if you want life to be different, make a decision today that life will be different. And as Gigi kept telling us, that narrow pathway, once you speak it, right? Whether inwardly or outwardly, but Trudeau said outwardly. So if you, but again, it's your reality. Remember, whatever you say goes. Whatever you say goes. It literally is whatever you say go. So whether you are someone that likes to shout in your house or just speak inwardly as quietly as a mouse, however you decide to say it, just say it, declare it. You shall decree a thing and it shall come to pass. Decide to decree it though. You do have to make a decision that life can be whatever you want it to be.
Yep.
Just make that decision.
And the moment you decide that, like I said, stay on that narrow pathway highway, that life is going to be the way you want it to be. Narrow pathway highway.
And what people call tests are just old states trying to reflect itself, trying to resurrect. It's not a test. You got to get out of that mindset that you're being tested. You're not being tested. You're just being reminded of the old state. And now you have to make a choice. Are you going to go with the old or are you going to go with the new? That's it. There ain't no test. God, why? You're God. Why do you need a test?
Yep.
Right.
You already know you need a test for the answers you already have. You already have the answer. You know the answer. So how's it a test? When you already have the answers.
Exactly. And even if you go, even if by chance, remember, we're God's having a human experience. Even if by chance you happen to go on that other highway, that's okay. That highway has an exit. You can get right back on.
Oh, say that. That highway has an exit.
Yeah.
That wrong highway has an exit. So you ever drive the wrong way down the wrong way street? Okay. Let's say you're going to, I don't know, some club or whatever, and they told you to make a left, but you made a right. Okay, but the club's really on the left. You don't sit there and like, oh damn, I went right. Now I can't go to that club. Well, all you have to do is just make a U-turn and go the other way. Okay, so you'll have that moment. All right. Okay, fine. I'm gonna just back it up, and I'm just gonna go take the exit and go and get back on
Thank
on
you
my.
for saying that, because I'm hard on myself, and we have to forgive ourselves. Because I be driving all in the grass, Gigi. Oh Lord, I'm in the grass again. Let me get on the freeway. Oh, let me get on the freeway. So, and I have to forgive because I be going back to them old ways sometimes, and the old ways of thinking, and you know, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That old highway, that old road that you're no longer taking anymore,
Because it's familiar.
has an exit to go the other way around. You know, so it's okay. You're gonna have a human experience.
Yeah.
Jesus had a human experience. Okay, we talked about this earlier about Lazarus. Jesus was tripping.
And that programming was hardcore. That programming, they did a big one on us.
He stayed on that middle pathway. Lazarus is sleeping. I'm waking him up. Lazarus is sleeping. I'm waking him up. No matter what was going on, it's the same thing. So if you happen to go on the wrong exit, that's fine. Just get right back on. Oh, it's not working. Wait a minute. Yes, it is. Oh, he's being a jerk. No, he's a nice guy. Oh, I'm ugly. No, I'm not. I'm beautiful. What you talking about? I'm beautiful. You know, and just get back on that highway. That's all. Estoy bien, Gladys. Mucho gusto en verte, Gladys. Good to see you, girl. Somebody's saying hi.
That part, that's it. You just have to keep self-correcting.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you drive a car, you know the roads aren't always straight. There'll be some winding roads. And what you have to do, you have to adjust the car, right? You have to adjust. You always have to adjust.
It's like a freaking roller coaster in Los Angeles. When I was like, oh my God. I was like, I've been leaving for so long. I used to go through them like I was like, Mario Andretti down the Daytona 500. Now I'm driving, I'm like, oh my goodness, people don't even follow the speed limit. That's like 55. That's just a suggestion, You're on the right lane, you're on the slow lane, and they still want you to go fast. You're like, dude, I'm on the slow lane. You've got like 4 other lanes to choose from. And then I was driving, instead of arguing, like, you know what? No. When I'm on this lane, they just move over. Hey, I can control the cars in Connecticut. I can control them in California. If you're in a rush, you just go to the left lanes. I'm going to stay here. And then before you know it, I literally saw cars go over to the fast lane. I'm in my own little right lane by myself at times, and they go over and move over and get over to the other lane. These are thousands of people that should drive this highway. But, nobody beeped at me. They stayed away from me. Why? Because I started claiming, oh no, if you're in a rush, you take the middle lane and the other left lane speed. You stay away from me.
Yep.
If you're you don't look at me, you don't nothing. You leave me alone. If anything, you say, hi, how you doing? And number 6, hi, how you doing? Oh my God.
And you guys
You are
notice that
crazy.
Gigi is always talking to herself. I think people don't understand that enough. People would rather get frustrated and complain than to talk themselves down off the ledge, right? Just talk yourself down. Be easy with yourself. Talk to them. Remind yourself that it's your thoughts that are creative. This is your world. This is your Disneyland. You get to tell the cars to go to the left, to the left, to the right, wherever. To the right,
Yes.
to the right, everything you're on in the box to the right. Because I mean, you're on the express, everything going to the right, not to the left, unless you're getting off the express. I mean, to the left, right, to the left, to the left. Every car in the box to the left, in the lane to the left, right?
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Oh, Aaron's here. Hey,
Like
Aaron.
the cars do the Cupid shuffle on that highway. To the left, to the left.
I always say, my favorite quote is, talk to yourself like someone who you love.
That's it.
Because a lot of times we talk very harsh to ourselves.
I know. Yep. But we've been taught to talk to ourselves that way. That's the problem.
You gotta be
I'm
kind.
working on my dad. My dad will make a mistake. And my dad's 72 and he'll be cooking. He'll drop something. He'll be like, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm like, Daddy, don't say that about yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And we have to talk to ourselves like so. You can't talk to your children and your spouse like you love them and talk to yourself like that.
Yep.
Yep.
Talk to yourself like you would talk to a spouse with love, or a good friend. If a friend says something to you, you're like, oh no, you're not. Oh come on,
Some
girl.
people be cussing their spouses out. Learn how to love you when you learn how to love yourself. Then
Look,
you
for
then you
real.
gonna be cussing your spouse out.
You cuss me out. You better not eat nothing I
People
cook.
be cussing their spouse out. They had the
I
whole
don't care how
argument
people be
in
in
their head
toxic
before they even
relationships.
get home. And the spouse is like, damn, I didn't go to work with you. What's going on? You know, like, you know, so be kind to yourself.
Yes.
You know, love truly is the key. And I know we don't talk about that enough because we get so much into the getting of a thing. But if you would just learn to love yourself and truly pour into yourself, and that's how you want to talk to yourself as you're going to sleep, when you go take a shower, as you're cooking, right? Because we have so many thoughts going on. And sometimes the last thoughts we think are loving thoughts about ourselves. We're so busy, like what I gotta do, where I gotta go, what I'm gonna do this, and you know. But you know, we thinking about what the government doing, what this one said, or what that one said. You can use those times to be like, you know what? I'm amazing. I really love my life. My life is really good. I really appreciate my life. Like, you know, I love the relationships that I have. I love where I live. I love how I decorated it. I love that I get to go on vacation, or I get to have staycations. So I love, you know, find something to appreciate about your life here.
Yep.
And the more things you find to appreciate, the more things you'll find to appreciate.
Right. And it's not the material part of it. It's just living your life and loving and not focusing on work. And you know, I learned this later because I've worked hard in my life. But, you know, sometimes it makes me sad when I see other people putting their whole lives into their careers and work and just working these long hours, because I know you don't get nothing from that. In life, you know, I hear people all the time talking about what they're going to do when they retire. When you retire, do it now. Why are you going to wait till you're 65 to live your life?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Try
but
now.
I'm more about just pouring to you. Let other people do what they're going to do. You know,
Yeah.
just learn to be like, that ain't really that ain't not my concern. My concern is like
Yeah.
loving
Pour into yourself.
self, right? Loving self, like you said,
Yes.
not just the outer, but it is reminding yourself that you're kind, that you're understanding, that you're compassionate, that you're giving, that you're slow to anger, that you don't rejoice in evil, but you rejoice with truth,
Yes.
right? That you don't esteem others higher than you. You know, I know the Bible tells you that, but that's the scripture I'm gonna leave out. Cause what? I'm not esteeming nobody else higher than me, cause there is nobody else but me. So some stuff I think they be adding. I mean, I don't got no proof of it, but it just don't align with everything else in scripture. Cause what?
Yeah.
If you are the only one, that this is a one-player game, as Mia like to say, who's the other I'm esteeming greater than I?
Right.
Yeah, there's no pedestals. Remember, the world is a mirror. Mirrors you look in the face, in the eye to eye, in the eye. You don't put someone up here. You don't put someone down there. So what?
The only one I submit to is my shepherd. I let him guide me.
And that's the I am within.
And
Yep.
then and if you read the Bible, really, it's mostly about love.
Yeah, that's all the Bible is about, love.
It's love. I don't understand. I mean, that's why I tell people, read it for yourself. Just pick it up as a book. Don't even look at it as a religious book. Right? Just pick it up as a book. I highly recommend the Amplified because that's more like in our language. And read it. There's some really, really, really good stuff in there. Good gems that they are not teaching you in the churches. Imagine if they taught this in the churches.
Right, because I think you quoted this scripture. I think did you? I don't know. I saw it because Pastor Jesse is writing a book that he sent me, and so I've been reading it, and it was this verse, Revelations 5:12. This is a great verse to remember when you want to know the promises. Like you gave us a promise. You gave us an example of the promise that consciousness never says no to the universe, whoever I am, God, whatever you want to call it. Yep. So Revelations 5:12, it says, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, riches, wisdom, strength, honor, glory, and blessings. Because the Lamb is just that the I am, or the Christ consciousness that is slain on behalf of your, like you are, right? Remember, the Bible is all about you. It's not about something outside of you. So even though it says loud voice, worthy is the Lamb, you are the Lamb. You are the sacrifice for your desires, right? You have to lay down your life, your current life, so that the desired life can live, right? So that is what you're sacrificing, that old state of mind, so that the new mind can live. And the new mind that lives is that which receives power, riches, wisdom, strength, honor, glory, and blessings.
Yes. What verse is this?
Revelations 5:12.
I like that one. That one's going to be on my meditation.
I know, right? This is the abundant life that we were promised, right? I came that you may have life and that more abundantly. Above all things, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. We are here to prosper. You also have Psalm 1. You have so many scriptures that are reminding you you're supposed to live the abundant life. We did not come here to struggle, to strain. Right?
Came to have life and have it more abundantly.
And we're moving into a new consciousness, like they talk about the new world order. Those of us that have awakened, and even those who may not have awakened, we see that the world is coming to a new world order, right? Where people are realizing that they don't have to work all of these hours and do all of these slaving and sacrifice in order to have a good life or to have an enjoyable life, right? Now we have social media. People aren't clocking into 9 to 5 as much, right? Not to say that those jobs don't still exist. I don't put those jobs down because, damn, like you said, I still want to go to a restaurant. Who the hell gonna take my order?
Exactly.
Like, who the hell gonna cook the food if people don't work for the business, right? If we should be doing our part to make sure they have a living wage. Right, that whole working for tips bull BS is crazy, but you still want to fine dine and go somewhere and enjoy a meal that someone else has prepared, right? So I don't poo-poo on 9 to 5 because my thing is find something that you love to do. Some people actually do like the service industry, whatever that may be, cleaning homes, doing owning cleaners, right, where they're cleaning your clothes for you or whatever it is. Whatever it is, you should do it because not begrudgingly, but because you enjoy it. Like that's something you enjoy. And someone, even though you don't like it, doesn't mean that the next person won't.
Right.
You have to be careful about putting our beliefs on someone else. No, it takes all kind of work to make this world go round. All kind of people to make the world go round.
Well, I always say for the naysayers, I am 100% all in and knowing that God is mine because that's what's under attack. And unfortunately, with the digital natives and the younger generations coming on with AI, that is what's under attack, because God is mind and thinking for yourself and having your mind. And once people no longer think for themselves and use their mind, that's the thing. Because that's where God is. So that's what's always been under attack, is the mind. And that's why I'm so protective of it. So
Yeah, it's just part of our experience, though. We came to experience forgiving. Because
but I'm
we
gonna jump
built
down
these
because I'm about to go back into work.
constructs. Oh, okay. You about to go back to work?
Yeah, I'm gonna step down and just listen.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Always love you coming up, Mia.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Of course. Anytime.
Hi, sweetie.
Just the two of us. Woo! We can make it if we try. No, it's 41 of us, 43 of us in here.
Who's the third?
Oh,
The 40 of us.
right. We just have to decide that. I know it's so easy to talk about what the world doing, but you'll drive yourself crazy talking about what the world got going on, because the world is every way but loose. They turning you every which way but loose. They gonna keep that hold on you. But here's the thing: when it's time for you to awaken, can't no man stop it. When it's your time to know thyself, no one can stop you from knowing yourself.
Right.
It's just like Elizabeth said, not everybody at the same time. It's just not everybody at the same time, and that's okay. But that's what you're proving to yourself. You don't need validation or confirmation from the world, right? That's the whole point of the experience, to not look to the outer appearances to dictate whether or not you're going to believe in yourself or know something to be true.
Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. It was so sweet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. If you focus on it, it will draw you in. That's why you're told to be in the world, but not of the world, right? To be not conformed to this world. And you're also told, condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Judge not, and you won't be judged. And forgive, then you shall be forgiven.
See, this is what I love when we were growing up. Where I'm going to take you guys back. We're talking 70s, although I was born in 72, so like late 70s, 80s. We had news. The news was only like twice a day. I think it was like at 6 o'clock and then at 11.
We were born the same year, Gigi.
That's it. Really? All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, that's it. You only had a couple of channels. Cartoons were funny. I don't know what the cartoons that are out now. But the cartoons that were so funny. And I mean, you were basically out and about. You hung out with your friends. You went, like on a beautiful day like today, you would hear. I mean, we wouldn't be sitting in here right now. We'd be outside riding our bikes, playing hide and seek, playing tag, and we would eat 24/7. I mean, one of my friend's house, she had popsicles. At my house, we had creamsicles. At another friend's house, they had Neapolitan ice cream. We would chase Mr. Softy, the ice cream truck, and he would never stop. He'd stop like about 10 blocks, so there's your cardio right there. And we were always like running back and forth, and we were this thin. And we eat everything, and we were this thin. And it's like we were happy. But, you know, you literally have to like pull yourself away from the CNN, the news, because it's always bad. There's never any good news. It's depressing. So, I mean, at times my husband's like, he wants to watch CNN. I'll be like, all right, you watch CNN. I'm going to put on the Cheech and Chong movie, and I'm just going to laugh. And I've seen Cheech and Chong like a gazillion times. I can quote their movies, and it just keeps getting funnier. That's an affirmation. Every time I watch it, it just keeps getting funnier. There it is. So every time I watch it, it gets funny. Or I'll put in a funny cartoon. Or now, like, Netflix has this, like, K-pop movie called Demon Hunters or something like that. And they got this cute little song go, "You're my soda pop. my little soda pop, you know. And I'll be thinking to my head, you're my soda pop, my little soda pop. And these little avatars are cute. I'm like, dang, I date that one with the pink hair. He's kind of hot. I'm like, baby, he's a cartoon. Relax. Although if he were real.
Right.
Let me not speak it into existence because watching me one of them K-pop guys with pink hair, and I'm like, there he is. But
There he is.
You have to literally put something that uplifts you, that brings you joy, because man, everything it's just depressing. I mean, to the point where it's like I've ended up arguing with the TV. You end up fighting with the TV, and not like they can hear you. But I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
Thankfully, no one in my home watches the news. So, and yes, Dre, Tom and Jerry was out. Were you being funny, Dre? Thompson was Tom and Jerry out. Yes, Tom and Jerry.
and Bugs Bunny and Gemini and Josie and of course, that was musicians. So of course, all the music ones are my favorite. Of course, Scooby-Doo, the OG Scooby-Doo, the 70s one. Some of the new ones are okay, but I like the classic ones are funnier. And we get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, grab your favorite cereal, put on ABC, and binge watch cartoons. And then, of course, at noon was the after school special. 12:30. That's when we got up, brushed our teeth, do whatever, and we go out.
Right.
7 in the morning on a Saturday, eating especially in the winter. In the winter was better because it's cold out. You don't want to go outside. So in the winter it's better. You sit there eating your favorite cereal and watching cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Yeah. I mean, the times they are changing. I mean, because before they had TV, what did they do, right? Before we came with television and film, they had stage and opera, but that was really for those who could really, quote unquote, afford it, right? So, but now we have a movie screen at the palm of our hand. You have TV right here, right here. Here's your TV, And my thing is, we're always going to say each generation that something is wrong with that generation. They're not doing it quite right, or they have something. These constructs we invent is to remind us of the illusion of separation. That's the whole point of them. But even though we have all of these distractions, people are waking up every day. Even though we have all the social media, that's how some people are coming away from different religious organizations through TikTok, through YouTube, through Instagram, through Facebook. They're hearing for the first time, I did always question, the validity of Christianity or the Bible or the Quran, and oh my goodness, and they're answering so many questions. So nothing is going to deter you or prevent you from awakening when it's your time. Nothing can stop it. When it's time for that sleeping giant to awaken within you, it will happen. It most certainly will. That's why you're told to spread it, and to those that have ears to hear, they will hear it. And those who don't have ears to hear, then you just keep it moving. It's not their time. You planted the seed, they'll hear from someone else, right? Let your light shine. Let be the example of what you're telling them about, right? Because you can't be telling them that the mind is creative, but they don't see the evidence of your life being changed, right? Like you complaining about life just like they are. You struggling through life just like they are. And they're like, well, your mind can't be too powerful. I still see you struggling with the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important for you to get yourself right before you try to go preach this message to others. Because people are going to look at you and be like, well, what's the difference? I'm asking for a prayer and I'm not getting a response just like you not.
Right.
Like we both in the same bucket. I'm asking Jesus and Jesus not answering. You say your mind is creative and you still in the same. I don't see any change or difference in your world.
Right. Fro Globe. My experience with music. I've been playing music since my whole life. Started when I was 7. with piano, doing classical, and then been in rock bands, played with a lot of rock bands back in the day, still do. My husband and I are musicians. And then during the pandemic, I picked up playing guitar and writing songs. And let's see, played in LA, played in Minnesota, played here in Wisconsin, in Connecticut. Met a lot of musicians. I love music. I'm very grateful that I get to do this as my everyday job. It's not a job for me; it's an adventure.
Nice, beautiful.
One of the things I asked for was for shows, and now we're starting to get booked.
Nice.
So I'm really happy about that. And then we're going to start going live on, we are going live on TikTok. I'm just going to claim it. We are going live on TikTok. Stop saying going to, or we're going to start going to, because that don't start it. So now I'm just going to say it. We are going live on TikTok.
Yes.
So, Pro Globe, follow me. And follow me back. And yeah, we are going live on TikTok. That's it.
Beautiful.
I've been watching live on TikTok for like the longest, so yeah. I love it. It's my. I mean, when I practice, like my husband and I were practicing for our show. Hi Janine, how's it going, sweetheart? I can be on the piano and the guitar for hours and hours and hours and hours and not even know the time going by. So when I stand up and I'm like, ooh, yes, I've been singing for 4 hours. Or if I have to go to the bathroom, I feel like Austin Powers when he was, defrosted and he was in the toilet for a long time. I'm like, oh God, how long have I been playing the piano? So, but it's fun. When I went out to Los Angeles, I got to sing at the Sagebrush with a band. It was exhilarating. It was amazing. I had an amazing time. Every now and then I'll go to a show and like bands will come up to me, like, hey, come out and sing a song or come up and play. And before you know it, they'll end up booking us to play there. So it's great. I've had some really amazing experiences with music, and more is coming.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you, Pro Globe. Thank you so much. I can see the musical notes in you too. It's like Taylor Swift says, like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be all right.
Yes, yes. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, follow your dreams and the thing is that just as we stated before, and we want to keep reiterating, let go of the time, how concept, right? And just do tell the story about you learning how to play the guitar.
Oh, that was during the pandemic, when everything shut down and everything was closed and we couldn't go anywhere. And so I was thinking to myself, well, gee, I've got some options here. I can either binge watch TV or I can learn an instrument. And I said, well, let's say I play piano, I play drums. My husband's a guitar player, so he's got guitar. I mean, you know what? I'm going to play the guitar. I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. So I went downstairs to our music room downstairs, and I knew he had an acoustic. And so I spoke to the acoustic. I said, acoustic guitar, make your presence known. And then, like about a few seconds, this case just fell. And it danced. And I said, okay, the power of rock compels you.
You're so silly.
And I'm like, okay. Jesus, the rock, be with me, okay. I opened, and this beautiful black guitar was there. And I'm like, oh, you're so pretty. What the heck? Why is my husband keeping you in this dungeon? I'm going to bring you upstairs. You're going to be my guitar. You're my guitar. So it's not like the keyboard. See, the piano is already tuned, especially the electric piano is already tuned. You got to tune it. So when you play it, it sounds like a serial killer. So I'm like, okay, let's Google how do we tune a guitar. And then somebody was trying to teach it, still didn't get it, and I just said, oh, there's got to be an easier way. And so I found an app, the Fender app, and then I had to learn what each string represents. And the moment I got that, I played an E chord. It was the only E minor. It was the only one I knew. It was the easiest one to play. I'm like, okay, E minor sounds like an E minor. Played it on the piano. Okay, perfect. So then started looking up notes, and I kept telling myself, I'm an amazing guitar player. I can play the guitar. I can play the guitar. This is easy. Guitar is easy. It's like the piano is easy. Guitar is easy. I'm an amazing guitar player. Now, when you first are learning how to play guitar, your fingers, have to get used to the string. You have to develop what's called little calluses. So I played for a bit. Oh, finger would hurt a little bit, rub it, play again, and tell myself, I'm an amazing guitar player. I can get this song. I know how to play this song. As a matter of fact, there are things that I can do on the guitar that my husband can't do. There are things I can do on the guitar my husband can't do. But he's amazing. How did you figure that out? And it's true. I've had that happen. We do an original song called Country Girl, and he plays the whole entire chord. And I don't know, when you tell yourself that you can do something and that it comes easy to you, without you even thinking about it, your body, your hands will automatically do it. I had no idea what I was doing, and all of a sudden I was playing an easy way of him playing the full chord. I was playing it like on the same fret. And I'm like, he's like, how did you do that? I'm thinking, yeah, how did I do that? And I'm like, well, of course. I tell myself, I'm an amazing guitar player. I can do things on the guitar that he can't do. I can do things on the guitar that other guitar players can't do, because he's good. He's a really good guitar player. So, my objective is to kick his ass. And it's the same thing with like other guitar players I admire, like Slash and Mick Mars. And, I admire them, but my objective is to kick their ass, is to be just as good as they are. Just like if you're playing, with Shaq, or may he rest in peace, the late Kobe Bryant, and you're in the Lakers, your objective is to kick their butt. Why? Because you want to be just as good or better than they are, right? Mm-hmm. And somebody's going to want to be just as good or better than you, and that's good. Everybody's bettering themselves. Mm-hmm. But I just kept telling myself, oh, yeah, this is easy. This is easy. And then I started saying, songs come easy. Songwriting comes easy. Like I've heard people say, oh, songwriting is so hard. Like Gwen Stefani claims that. I'm like, well, honey, it's hard for you, but it is a piece of cake for me. Songs are easy for me. Lyrics come to me easily. It's just, at times, thank God for my cell phone that I can record most of the stuff, because at times, like my hand can't keep up with it. Because these songs will just keep coming in and coming in. And you tell yourself that you can do something. You tell yourself that you're good at something, even if you've never done that before. I amaze myself each time when I play the guitar. I amaze myself on the piano. I do the same thing with the keyboard. There are things I can do on the keyboard. I can do things on the keyboard that nobody else can do. I can play just as good as Elton John. As a matter of fact, I kick his ass because Elton John is really good. And I'll catch myself doing stuff that he would do. Stuff that I've never really practiced or anything like that. But because you're telling yourself that, and as you're telling yourself that, at least in my case, as I'm telling myself that, I will envision it. I will see it. Even if the picture or the video, like I call it, would last like a minuscule of a second, that's okay. It can last a second. It can last half of a second, a minute. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long it lasts. Even if it's like a flash, it doesn't matter. Even if it's blurry, it doesn't matter. Even if it's dark, it doesn't matter. That's how you create. Trust it. Trust the process. And like I'll pick it up and I'll learn a song and I'll be able to play that song. I'll learn another song and be able to, like 10 or 15 songs, and I'll just pick them up like that. Because I tell myself it comes easy to me. I tell myself I'm an excellent guitar player. I'm a great guitar player. I'm a great singer. I'm a great keyboard player. There's nothing wrong with you being your own cheerleader. So if you want to be a plastic surgeon and you've yet to even do it on somebody, but yeah, you've done plastic surgery on your dolls and they look great, you tell yourself, I'm an amazing plastic surgeon. I have amazing clients. I make them look great. I have the magic touch when it comes to plastic surgery. I come up with different ideas that other doctors that have been doing it for years don't come up with. And then before you know it, you'll be doing some kind of procedure and your hands will know what to do. And you've never practiced it. You're like, how did I figure that out? But when and you're not thinking about it, you become that person the moment you say that that's who you are. So you don't have to work. And if I said I have to work at playing the guitar, then I'll have to work at it because that's what I'm claiming. But if I go, oh no, it comes easy. Yeah. I practice 2, 3, 4 hours for fun because I'm having a good time, not because I'm making myself do it.
Right. That's the key.
You do have to make yourself do something too because you're developing what's called a habit. Yeah. You got to develop a habit. It's like exercise. You know, there's some people that will buy that exercise machine and they'll use it for the week and then they'll use it anymore. It becomes like a coat hanger or whatever. Why? Because they're not consistent with that machine. Mm-hmm. So the more consistent you are, it becomes a habit. It's like brushing our teeth. You know, when we were kids, our parents had to make us brush our teeth. Right. But then it became a habit.
Yeah.
So your ABCs. At first, you know, they teach you that little song. Till this day, it's stuck in our head. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. It's stuck in your head. Why? If you practiced it, it became a habit.
Yeah.
So don't ever think, oh, I don't have the talent for something. We all have talents. The way we've been given the good measure of faith, I believe we've been given the good measure of talent. Yeah. Because at times, you got to work at certain times. And work at it like, you know, you practice it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. Especially if you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, then, you know, it becomes fun. So that's, you know, I mean, people are like, will hear me play. I'll be like, how long have you been playing? Oh, I've only been playing, well, since 2020, 5 years. You've been playing 5 years and you play like that? In 2022, you've been playing only 2 years and you play like that? 2021, you've been playing 1 year, you only play like, damn. Well, my husband was like, well, you're not going to need me anymore. I'm like, baby, I'm always going to want you to play.
Right.
Yeah. I learned from you. You know, I'm always learning new things from him. So, you know, whatever it is that you want to do, don't ever think that oh, I got to have the talent or I wasn't born with it. Yeah, you were. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be desiring it. If it didn't belong to you, you wouldn't be craving it. So instead of craving it, claim it. You can name it and claim it game.
That's amazing. Yeah, I like to just tell yourself how easy everything is, right? Because we do have a tendency to say, this is going to be hard, this is going to be difficult, or think about challenges as opposed to ease, right? You know, we always like we have to give up something. Oh my God, this is going to require so much time. It's going to take so much effort. Instead of just saying, no, I enjoy it. I want it. It comes easy to me. You know, I'm doing things I never imagined were possible. I play better than this person, like whoever your idol is or whoever you feel inspired by. Like these are words to live by, guys. Like reminding yourself of the ease and effortless way.
Pro Glove, you said, I believe creative writing and music cannot be taught. It's innate. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of rock stars, a lot of singers that are out there that just made the choice that they were going to be a singer, that they were going to be a musician, and they became it.
Yeah.
Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue is a perfect example. He didn't know the difference between a bass guitar and a regular guitar. When he first got bit by the music bug, he didn't have money, so he went to a music store, and you know, this was like in the 70s, 60s, 70s, you know. So there were no cameras or anything like that. So he asked for an application. He came in with a guitar case, and he asked for an application to work at the store. So the guy went to the back and grabbed it. So, you know, the guitars were kind of displayed. So he grabbed it and he put it in his case, closed the case, and then took the application and walked out. He didn't run or anything. But he was supposed to steal a bass. And when he showed it to his friend, his friend said, dude, that's not a bass, that's a guitar. And of course his face just went like, what? You know? And he actually, when he became, you know, when he got the money, became famous and everything, he brought the guitar back. So that guitar now is hanging at that guy's record store. It's still there saying, it's autographed saying, Nikki Sixx stole this guitar from me and he brought it back. But he didn't know anything about music, but he was determined to be a musician. So he moved to Los Angeles, he befriended people who played music, a huge scene out there. So somebody taught him how to play bass. He joined a band. And he started, playing one note, boom, 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 boom. Like if you hear his earlier stuff to like his stuff now, you can tell he goes more with the bass now than, and in his earlier stuff, he just kind of played that one note.
Okay.
And, the guy is like in his 60s and Vince Neil gifted him a cello and now he's learning how to play the cello, because cello, turn it this way, it's a bass, So, if you want to be a musician and granted it can't be taught because if you're looking for it to be taught, then you're looking for somebody to teach you as opposed to saying, I already know how to do this. It's the same thing with manifestation. If you keep saying, I need somebody to teach me about manifestation, on your TikTok feed, you're going to get like a slew of teachers popping up showing you how to do it. But now if you say, I know how to manifest, I got this, I know how to do this, I know how to do this, then you will automatically start doing it and realize, oh my God, okay, when I write it down, when I write it down and read it, it manifests. Okay, that's how I manifest. When I talk to myself and I say to myself, I get pictures and it manifests. Okay, that's how I manifest. Or, I write it down and I get pictures. Or, I say it, I write it down, however works for you, because there is like a gazillion ways.
And you don't have to buy any techniques. I know people sell you techniques because they came up with the next best, greatest way to manifest.
Bob, I can really show you how to manifest.
It's already innate within you because you've been doing it your whole life. You've been doing it your whole life. But here's the thing. If you want the experience of paying for techniques, have at it. Make it do what it do. Buy as many techniques as your heart desires. Figure out, because here's the thing. You want to learn your power, not someone else's ability to manifest. You want to know that you have the power, that I am, right? You don't want to know that someone else knows. What good does it help you but makes you dependent upon them? That's it. And you'll always have to be going to them and trying to, get them to tell you what you're doing wrong, how you should be doing, do it my way. You got to do exactly what I say. Do it this way. And it's just like, it isn't that complicated.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. And start telling yourself it's easy. Like Gigi was saying, you decide you want something, you want to experience something. Like I was telling you guys about my daughter who, she moved to Tampa and she ended up, breaking up with her boyfriend, and she found a place, she found an Airbnb to live, and then she decided that she wanted a job, she wanted to find her own, she didn't want to stay, rent an Airbnb, she wanted her own apartment. And she said she prayed and she was like, I want it all to be easy. I just want easy. And finding the job, finding the apartment was effortless for her because she had decided that's what she wanted. And so everything just fell into place. It didn't take a long time for her to find the job or to find the apartment. Within a couple of weeks, she had both, and she wasn't focused on time or how.
Yep.
Now, she doesn't subscribe to the whole manifesting thing. She says, I prayed, right? She said, I asked God, these are the things I wanted. This is what I wanted. And she said, I just believed that I would be led, that it would happen, that these things would be given to me. And it's the same thing with us. We could call it God. We could call it law of attraction. We can call it law of assumption. We can call it the universe. We can say Allah. We can say Jesus Christ. We can say Christ conscious. The thing is, we are the only ones, the human intellect, that gets obsessed over a name. That's not what it's called. That's not what it is. You need to call it this and you need to call it that. You just need to know it's in you. But even if you don't know it's in you, the law still doesn't care. You could still say that it's something outside of you. Your only requirement is to believe it. That's the only condition. Mark 11:24 that I have on the screen. Your only condition is to accept the reality of it. That's all belief means, to accept the reality of it. So whatever you desire, when you pray, believe you've received it and you shall have it. And so if you're listening to Gigi talk, right, she's talking in first person present tense. She's saying, I am this. This is easy. I am this person. This comes to me naturally. It's effortless. Like how she's talking is as though she's already that, right? She's not speaking in a future tense. She's saying it as if she's already that person. That's what's so important. Speak as though you're already the person, not that you're trying to be it or you will be it, or you know how you're going to get there and when it's going to happen.
Or how would a person like that think? That's another one I see on there. Or you have to think how that person would think, and I'm like, well, how am I going to know how that person thinks? How about saying that I am that person, and then automatically the thoughts, how you would feel, how would you think would automatically show up because you're just saying that you are that person, you know?
Yep. I mean, every seed has its own way of expressing itself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The apple seed is not saying, well, how would an apple tree be? Already.
Should I be green? Should I be red? Should I be sweet? Should I be sour? Should I be dark red? Should I be pink? Should I be sour? I mean, can you imagine if an apple did that? We wouldn't have any apples.
Because it'd be like, oh, it's so many different apples to choose from, right? There's so many apples to choose from. Macintosh, green, granny's. But here's the thing, we named them apples. They know they're an apple. We didn't want to put names on them, right? We didn't want to.
The apple's like I'm an apple, right?
Right, all that Granny Smith and Macintosh and Pink Lady and all that.
I'm an apple. I mean, can you imagine if fruits and vegetables, or even if a cow had this kind of a hang up? I mean, forget steak. Like a cow all of a sudden is like working out, getting all skinny, so we can't eat it. You know? Weren't you fat like a few? Weren't you big and fat?
I felt I was carrying too much weight. What are you talking about? Right? I felt like I was carrying around too much weight.
I want to have some T-bones. You come on. I want the T-bone, not just the bone. I want the T too, the meat, the tender stuff that comes with it. You know? Yeah, imagine if my guitar had it. Like, oh God, I wish I was a Fender Stratocaster instead of a Schecter. Really? You're a Schecter. I mean, come on. You don't see guitars doing that. I wish it was a Fender Strat. Why am I a Schecter? Oh, what was me? Well, guitar, I'm a guitar. Okay, you're a Fender, I'm a Schecter. We're still a guitar. You can still plug us in. We still,
even also like we had Kobe Bryant who desired to play like Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Right. So he mimicked Michael Jordan's style, right? He mimicked his play, and he mimicked the way he trained, everything, right? But he still had to make it his own, right? Even though he had some of Michael Jordan's style, he knew he could never be Michael Jordan.
Right.
There is only one Michael Jordan. As much as he emulated him and he was inspired by him, and he even had some of his moves, I'm sure there were some things that Kobe did that Michael didn't do.
Right.
Or that some things that maybe Kobe did better or outperformed or whatever, right? But that was it. So here's the thing. You can be inspired by another, right? You can find out what another person did or get inspiration from them. But at the end of the day, you still have to see yourself as already being it, right? Because it wasn't enough for Kobe just to be like, oh, Michael's a great player. And then sit back and be like, that could never be me. Mm-hmm. No, he had to say, oh, that could be me. Right? And his career mimicked, huh?
That is me.
Right. That is me. Right. Mm-hmm. And so what? He gets 5 championships, right? He gets 5 rings.
Right.
And he even had a much longer career.
Right.
Than Michael did. Right? And so, it's just... So, because I know we're using inanimate objects to say, well, a tree isn't doing it. But being sentient beings that we are, we can be inspired by another. But here's the thing, what Kobe had to do. He had to do it himself so he know he could do it, right? Michael Jordan could not come train for him. Michael Jordan could not come play ball for him, right? Which is a lot of things that some of us are guilty of. We want the coach, the guru, the mastermind person to do the work. Right? We want, that's the only thing I differ with Neville Goddard with the whole manifesting for someone else. how are you manifesting for someone else, and how does that teach them that they have the power if you're doing it for them, right? That's not what we're doing over here. We want you to know that the power is in you, and you don't need for someone else to do the work that you should be doing for yourself. Because to me, that makes people see somebody else as a god and don't see yourself as the god, right? Right? Because if you're the creator of your reality, then create in your reality. Why are you looking for someone else to create in your reality? And so that's the only thing. I was like, yeah, I ain't with all that. You're not going to be calling me during my dinner time and scheduling meetings and, telling me, can you manifest? No, if I had to change my mind, you got to change yours too. But the thing is that Neville claimed not to charge people. These coaches are charging you. They're not giving you their time for free.
Yep.
That's where they draw the line between them and you. Is that they're going to make you pay. Or and then they're still not, and then 9 times out of 10, they're still not manifesting for you. They're telling you what you need to do.
You do. Yep.
You
might as well work at it for free. Put that $1,500 in your pocket.
I mean, however much they're charging you,
I know, yeah. But it's just like we've been doing it this whole time, and it's like the law, like you can call it. It doesn't care whether you are aware of it or not. It's just like gravity. Okay, you might not know what gravity is, but gravity doesn't care if you know that it exists or not. I mean, gravity is still going to work regardless whether you believe in gravity or not. It's still going to do gravity because that's the law,
Right, until you defy it with the airplane, right? The airplane aerodynamics defies it. The rocket ships defies it, right? So they figured out whatever calculations to do in order to have something go at a certain speed, right? As long as it's going at a certain speed, it defies the law of gravity.
Right.
Yeah.
Gravity still exists.
Yep. At a certain speed, what goes up must come down.
To your advantage, or making it work for you.
Yeah.
It's still going to exist.
Yeah.
Gravity's not going to say, "Oh, gee, they're jumping off that building. Maybe I should let them. I should stop it." No, gravity's going to say, "Okay, well, go ahead. You're going to fall."
Yep.
I am what I am, Oh yeah.
Yep.
Just, have fun with it. Have a good time with it. Like I do on the highway with the cars, or decrease something and keep your narrow pathway highway on that, and you'll start seeing some amazing stuff happen. It's a lot of fun. And be thankful. Be thankful for the things that you love that you have now. Be thankful for them. And also be thankful for the things that are to come. Give thanks for those things before you receive them. But before it shows up. Because it belongs to you. What I'm saying is that if it's not here yet, give thanks for it like it's here. It's here anyway. But you know what I mean.
Right. Is everyone having a hard time hearing Gigi?
Can you hear me?
Or is it just
Should I turn up the volume?
Or is it just Lenore? I know Lenore says she has a hard time hearing you, but I don't know if everyone else is having a difficult time in hearing you. Okay. They say they can hear you. Okay, I can hear.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Cool.
Yay. Can you hear me now? Oh, cool. Thank you. I just
at work listening. Cool.
Cool, Janine. That's awesome.
Yeah, we just wanted to remind you guys of the simplicity of this truth, that it was never meant to be difficult. I know because we have been trained in sacrifice and struggle and hardship, retraining the mind to not accept that, and to remind ourselves that it can be easy. And because it's your reality, just tell yourself that it's easy, and then allow it to be easy. Like Gigi said, I said that learning this new instrument will be easy for me. And in the beginning, you said it was a little struggle. You were learning from different people, and You know, it's like, oh, this is a little harder until you change your mindset, right? You change your mindset.
The moment that word, the H word, hard or I mean, it would pop in. If it did, I'd be like, no, this is easy. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I got this. If they can do it, I can do it. If little kids can do it, I can do it. You know, you really gotta pump yourself up. I can do this. And you practice and you practice. Your fingers hurt. Okay, you rub your finger against the thing because trust me, your fingers will hurt. And you play again, and you play again. You take a break. Your fingers hurt, and you play again. You're learning how to play the C chord. You learn how to play the D chord. You learn how to play the G chord, and you learn how to do things up and down the fret. You know, you go on the University of YouTube or the University of TikTok and look up guitar tutorials. Watch how they play. You watch your favorite guitar player play. Slash has a video of him playing live, and I'll literally pay attention to how his fingers are going. I'll pick up my guitar and I'll be like, okay, what is he doing? I'll rewind it and then do it again, and practice. But even while I'm practicing, even while I'm doing that, I'm keeping in my mind, I'm an amazing guitar player. This comes easy to me. I'm an amazing guitar player. This comes easy to me. I can do this. I got this. I can do this. You know? So whenever you're learning, don't ever feel, at a certain age, you can't do something. I picked up the guitar in my 50s. I mean, come on. And, don't say, I can't do that because I'm in my 60s. I can't do that because I'm in my 40s or my 50s. No. Age ain't nothing but a number. It's just your time here. It's just the years that you've been here. That's it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Anything is possible to you if you believe it. So tell yourself you can. Tell yourself you can do this. You got this. Be your own cheerleader. You know? You gotta share with the world. I mean, Muhammad Ali did. Muhammad was like, I'm the greatest of all time. I'll knock you out in the second round, and I'm gonna beat you so bad that your kids are gonna be born bruised. I'm so pretty. Oh, I'm so pretty. And that's fine. I'm sure he shared it with the world, and he shared it with himself. But you gotta go that far. You can share it with you.
Yeah.
Share with you in the bathroom. When you're doing the dishes, oh yeah, I got this. I can so do this. I am an amazing mother. My kids love me. My kids are obedient. I have raised them well. I'm an amazing wife. I'm in my job. I'm always getting promotions because they are nothing without me. You pump yourself up. Nothing wrong with believing in yourself. Just self-belief is believing in yourself.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's it. I mean, unless you guys have some questions, I mean, we could keep saying the same thing because I know repetition is key. Reiteration is key. You do need to keep hearing that, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because you can. And it is easy. It is easy. Keep telling yourself, I get it. It's easy. Life is easy. Life is a joy. Life is fun. I travel more because I decide that I do. I have a loving relationship. I have an amazing marriage, if that's what you're deciding. My health is what I decide it is. My body is whatever. Just decide what it is you want. And then, like she said, speak it, open up those neural highway, and stay on that lane. And as we said, if you just tend to veer to the right, get off the exit and get right back on the path, right? Because awareness is key. And a lot of times, yes, we don't always know when we're speaking against our own desire. But once you recognize that you are speaking against your own desire, change it, get off the exit, and hop back on the right path. Keep telling yourself what it is that you desire to have, what you desire to see. Especially when that other mind wants to say, how's that going to happen? Why is it taking so long? When, when you have to, it's already done. It's already done.
Answer yourself. It's already done. I have this. I already put the order and I got it. What are you talking about? I got it. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this. Thank you, God. Thank you that I have this. Thank you. And eventually, that little, that wrong exit or that little voice that's coming in, it'll go away.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer focusing on it. You're no longer giving it any attention. Now, some of those little voices, not all of them, but some of them can be a little stubborn. So it's okay to say, look, I said, I got this. So shut up. I got this. Thank you. I got this. I got this. That's what they call rampaging? Yeah. Every now and then you got to rampage. This is 3D. Hey, 3D. This is what I'm saying. So let's go chop chop. You waiting for? All right. You order something on Amazon. Amazon says I'll bring it to you on the 31st. It's the 31st. Hasn't shown up yet. It's the first. It hasn't shown up. What do? You contact Amazon. Hello. I ordered this thing. Why isn't it here?
Mm-hmm.
Amazon. Oh, we'll send it to you. You still haven't gotten it. All right. Look, Amazon. I paid this amount of money. Where is it? If you're not going to send it to me, then give my money back. But I want it now. Right?
They happily give your money back too. Yep. If it doesn't come in a certain amount of time, they will refund you your money.
Yep. So they'll refund your money. But the point is, you commanded, you stuck your ground.
Yep.
It's the same. Not all the time, but every now and then there's a little thought that just does not want the eviction notice.
Right.
So while it's still lingering, you literally gotta grab it and say, "Hey, I already told you don't serve me anymore, so you need to go." And then you stick with the new one. You stick with the new one. Eventually, it's gonna go away.
Right. What you have to be careful of. So many people get into that whole "why am I thinking it?" or call it an intrusive thought. It's not intrusive. It's habitual. You've been thinking that way the whole time. Now you're aware of it. You're more conscious about it. And now you want to know, there are no such thing as intrusive thoughts. They're there because you put it there. Now you, like you said, you got evicted now. And sometimes it wants to come back in. It wants to resurrect. It wants to knock on the door. It's banging loud. Let me in. I want to be here. And you have to be, you got to be like the sheriff. There's a new sheriff in town. Mm-hmm. And I said, you got to go. Yep. Pack your stuff up and go. Do not return.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So you gotta get used to talking to yourself. And I think that's probably the most difficult thing people find is talking to themselves. Mm-hmm. They'd rather talk to others. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how this not taking place. Let me just give you the backstory. No, tell the story you want to see, not the story you don't want, because now you're just giving it life now.
Exactly.
You want to speak the way you want your life to be. And too many of us speak about the unwanted experience. And we just hone down on that. And we just going to tell everybody who will listen.
Exactly.
Then you wonder why life doesn't change.
It hasn't changed. Yeah.
How can it? You won't change. You won't change. You won't change the conversation. So guess what? Your life can't change. You are decreeing a thing, and it shall come to pass. You're decreeing that the old life stay right where it is. That the struggle, the strain, the hardships, not ever having enough money, not being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, that the job that you have is difficult, the boss don't like you, your employees, your co-workers can't stand you. You're creating this because you're thinking this. Since you're thinking it, you're creating it. So like Gigi gave the example, because I never had, like they said, when I worked, everybody loved me. I always got along with her. And I've never been fired ever. Every time I left a position is because it was by choice. And they were always like, if you ever want to come back, come back. If I ever want to come back, I could come back at any time. So, that's the mind, but it's a mindset, right? Don't go into a job looking for people not to like you or looking for problems or looking, you know what I'm saying? Go in with a glad heart. Yep. You chose the job. Nobody made you take that position. Now you mad. Man. Now you want to be mad. You chose it. So until you decide to take another position, make that job worthwhile, right? Think the best of it the way you can. It's just like It's a joy. I love it. Whatever you need to say, like you said, to give yourself a pep talk.
You know, my
Like,
supervisor loves me. I'm the
it's
supervisor.
easy, right? The position is easy. The work is easy.
I'm a treasure to them, you know, because I'm amazing at well, United Health Department is an example. I'm amazing at processing. You know, the customers love me, the employees love me. You know, things like you. And again, you're sharing it with you. You know, you don't have to say this to yourself in front of other people. Oh, you can, but you know, you don't have to. You're sharing it with you. So if you're saying you're amazing at this, you get it. It comes easy. It's so easy. Any computer program they throw at you, you understand it. You get it. You know, they always look to you if they don't understand it because you got a better understanding of it. You know, your supervisor has to tell you to slow down because you're superseding everybody else. You know, what have you. Whatever it is, you have to tell yourself. And, you know, athletes do this. Now, this is something that they teach athletes. If you look at Olympic gold medalists, before they even set foot into the Olympics, like Gabby Douglas and the other one, I can't remember her name right now. You know, Gabby Douglas said that this person was going to be her coach. That she's going to the Olympics, and that's the coach that's going to get her there. She's going to the Olympics, and that's the coach that's going to get her there. Now, she's on one side of the country, and the coach is in Iowa. And her mother's saying to her, no, that guy is not your coach. He's in Iowa, and we're here. There's no way that's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. She had pictures of that coach in the bathroom, so when the mother would open the medicine cabinet, and they wrote, my coach. And that was a picture of the coach. She had it because her mother did vision board. So she had a vision board of the coach, vision board of getting a dog. The mother said, we're going to get a dog, and they got one. And all of a sudden, things just worked out in her favor. A family that takes gymnasts in Iowa were like, you know what, if you have any students that want to stay with us, they're more than welcome to stay. So immediately he called her and said, actually, no, that's not what happened. Her daughter pressured her mom, call the coach. See what's going on, her sister. Call the coach, see what's going on. And the mother was just like, I don't know. Mom, call the coach. And her sister was just insisting. Gabby didn't do any of this. Gabby just kept saying, that's my coach. I'm going to the Olympics. That's my coach. I'm going to the Olympics. I'm getting the gold medal. That's my coach. I'm going to the Olympics. I'm getting the gold medal. She just kept that in her head. And when the mother called the coach said, well, as a matter of fact, we got a spot for her here. There's a family that's willing to take her if you can get her here to Iowa. And it all worked in her favor. That movie is on Lifetime. I highly recommend that you guys watch the one about Gabby Douglas and the one about the other.
Simone Biles.
Thank you. The one about Simone Biles. That one's even better.
Yeah, I watched the Gabby Douglas story when, that was years ago when it came out. Yeah, I watched that.
It's on Lifetime.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you. Hers and Simone Biles. And Simone Biles even wrote Olympics 2024 gold medalist. Olympics 2020 gold medalist. I mean, in her wall, I can do this. I'm a gold medalist. I'm an amazing gold medalist. I'm an amazing Olympian. And even in the movie The Secret, you can see how athletes, they envision, if they're runners, they envision running and running through the thing and being the winner. Or if they're Olympians and they envision doing, backflips and all this
gymnasts. Yeah.
I mean, and I'm talking about it right now, and I'm picturing myself running a marathon, going through that ribbon thing, and I've never even, the most I can do is a cartwheel, and I even picture myself doing a backflip and all this kind of stuff like the gymnast, just by simply thinking about it and talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
And then like T said, you have to put in the work. So if you want to be as good as these people, you got to do what they did. So
you got to get it in your mind first, right? Because the work it will be natural, right?
Right.
If you're saying you're the greatest basketball player, well, the greatest basketball players have certain regimen that they follow, right? They are shooting the basketball because they love it. So they have no problem with practicing being the greatest, right? Right, but they first got it in consciousness first. That's what you want to get. You got to get it in your mind. You got to get it in consciousness, because you can say you want a thing, but if you don't embody it, then it's going to be a chore to try to do it, and then you're going to try to have to convince yourself, right? Now it becomes not the desire anymore because you're trying to make yourself do something. My thing is, if you love something, would somebody ever have to twist your arm to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has to convince you to do something you love to do.
Right.
Nobody has to come and remind you, like with Gigi, you said you wanted to learn the guitar. Why aren't you playing it? Why aren't you practicing it? Why aren't you learning it? No. Once you get it in consciousness that this was something you wanted to do, no one had to come tell you, now you need to be practicing. Now you need to. It was just it was a natural part of you.
Yep.
Like, it's not difficult for me to come on live and talk about anything I talk about on this platform. It's not a strain. It's not a struggle, because it's in me. It's a part of me. It's So that's what you want to get. You want to get it in consciousness, right? So when you get it in consciousness that you have an abundant life. Yes, you can be inspired by others' lives or whatever, but you really have to sit with yourself and decide who that is for you, right? What that is for you. So if you're saying I'm abundant, keep saying you're abundant. If you can't imagine what that looks like, do you need to know? You don't. Because you're dealing with, like Gigi said, why do I need to know what an abundant person looks like? Because I'm not them. So how I would spend my money is not necessarily how somebody else is going to spend theirs.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I may not want to get no investment portfolio. I may just only want to do real estate, or I may never want to own anything. I may just want to rent. There's infinite ways of expression of abundance, because abundance truly is being able to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. It's not a accumulation of things. It's the ability to be in however you see yourself being. That's what true abundance is.
All right.
And then you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. You want to travel, you'll be able to do that. You want to fine dining, you'll be able to do that. Shopping, you'll be able to do that. Sharing with family and friends, you'll be able to do whatever that looks like for you. It will be done with ease. And that's what's so important. Reminding yourself, it's easy. This is easy. Effortless. The effortless way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's your world, your reality. So if you want struggle, you want the struggle Olympics, you want the gold medal in struggle Olympics, hey. You feel like you got to sacrifice, your family and your friends and your nights and grinding and chasing. You get to have that story.
Yep, that's what they do. They envision it. Hear their interviews. Hear them interview. I always said I was going to win the gold medal. I always said I was going to be I always called myself the best swimmer. It's like having blind faith. It's like nothing around them doesn't bother them. They just keep that narrow pathway highway to that goal. That they already have that goal. So yeah, that's why you see like so many athletes like, wow, they're amazing, they're this or that, because they think they're amazing. They think they're good.
But it's anybody who's achieved success, they believed in themselves. Anybody has any modicum of success, it was because they believed they could have it. They saw themselves with it. They kept telling themselves, this is mine, this is possible, right? Like they didn't, like most people give up too soon, right? The consistency, a lot of people tell themselves they have difficulty with. But if you stop telling yourself you had difficulty with consistency, you wouldn't. People don't understand that they keep writing their own story. Oh, I don't know how to be dedicated. I don't know how to be committed. I don't know how to be consistent. Well, damn, there you go. That's why. But if you would just flip it and say, actually, this comes with ease. I'm consistent in everything I'm doing. I'm very committed. I'm dedicated. I'm persistent. I persist in everything, And you don't go by appearances, because appearances will trick you. You'll be like, I keep doing it, but I don't see any growth. I don't see any movement. Okay, now you're looking for outward validation. So that means you really don't believe it. Because faith is ability to believe it without any evidence of it.
Right. And if you say that you're doing this and nothing's happening, then that's exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah. Again, you're writing the story.
God says, yes, okay, you're doing this, and yes, you're not going to get it. Yeah, because that's what, and you say, why? And it's like the subconscious or God will say, that's what you're saying. and say that keep doing this, you're not going to get it. I mean, if you ask yourself why, you will answer yourself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why isn't that? Oh, because you're not saying that you have that, so how are you going to have that? I can't give you something that you never asked for. Okay, so you want it? Claim it. That's all I have to do? Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'm going to start claiming it. You know? And you
Yeah.
start,
And you get things that you didn't ask for, because a lot of times people say, well, I didn't ask for the unfavorable, right? You don't get to say how things are going to show up, right? So you also, because I've had things happen in my life that are awesome that I never asked for. I didn't ask for specific things, but because I had a mindset of abundance, these things showed up in my world, showed up in my reality. Because you have to remember the scripture says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think, according to the power that works within you. Right? Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men the things that God has in store for them that love him and walk upright before him. And walking upright is just right thinking, believing that wonderful things can happen for you, even if you're not specific about it. Just knowing that wonderful things can take place in your reality. And you don't have to be, you don't have to have a litany of, I need this, I need this, I need that. You can just say, I want to be happy. I want to be joyful. I want to experience, I want wonderful things to take place. And then wonderful things will take place.
I'm more of a control freak, so I'm specific.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe because I claim this, because when I've been generic, yeah. So I'm more specific.
Things for me come with generality. I don't have to be specific. I don't have to foresee it for it to manifest. I'm really good with not trying to see it. Because to me, when I go there, then I'm like trying to howl and the wind starts to pop up. So if I can just say this is what I want and then let it go and let things happen as they're supposed to happen, that's how it works for me. Again, know thyself. It's not going to be the same. Like we just described, two different ways. Gigi said, I got to be specific. I said, I don't need to see it. I can speak in generalities, and it's still going to show up. It's still going to, I'm going to be surprised, delightfully. All right.
Not necessarily like speak the how, like, I mean, I'll say something like,
not how, but I mean,
you know how I like it, so I trust you. You know how I like it. Thanks. You know how to.
Yeah. No, we're not talking about how it's coming, but you get specific about the different, the different points of interest. Like if you want a car, you may get specific and say, I want a certain type of leather, I want a certain type of color, I want to,
blah blah blah. Because you can say I want a car and then get a beater, but that's still a car. So I go, wait a minute, I want a BMW. Well, why didn't you say that? You said you wanted a car. You didn't say you wanted a BMW.
Well, my thing is like I said, I wanted a good man. I didn't have to list what a good man was.
Yeah.
Like some people are like, I said specifically the type of man I wanted. He had to be this tall, be this complexion, they had to make this amount of money, like all of. That wasn't required for me.
Yeah. For me, it's the opposite. Yeah, I got
it. Hey, hello everyone. Hello, Serious Got Talk.
It's what works for you. Hey, Serious, how's it going?
Hey, Key.
Hey.
They do more with less or do less with more.
Right.
Do we have to choose?
That's work for you.
Do you have to choose, Serious? More is less, less is more is more. There's only more.
There's only more.
There's only more. Less doesn't exist. Because it's all subjective, right?
What?
It's all right.
How do you like it? How do you like it? More. nobody like your love.
Like it's your reality. So, you know, whatever you say it is. It's whatever you say it is. And that's the part we get tricked out of, right? Because we look at our world and we like, well, billionaires. We shouldn't have billionaires. How dare we have billionaires? Do you not see the amount of people that need housing and money and food and, you know, and everything? And it's like, well, if thoughts are creative, why are you creating a reality that people are in need?
Exactly.
If thoughts are creative and we create our own reality, why wouldn't you imagine that everybody had everything they needed? Why would you be speaking to lack?
Right.
People don't want to take that responsibility, because you can
Right.
you create the reality that everybody has everything that they need. In your world, everyone is taken care of. In the reality, the earth you're going to shift to, the frequency in which you're experiencing this life, everyone is well taken care of. And then people say, well, that's not reality. That's not that's my reality. I don't, you know, you all say these things exist, but I don't see them in my reality. So just because they exist in your reality. And we have to decide, what reality do we want to live in? Do we want to live in a reality where people are struggling through life? Or do you want to live in a reality where there is abundance? Because we actually do live in an abundant world. There is no such a thing as lack other than in a person's mind. That's the only where lack exists. Because you can clearly look out wherever you are. I don't care wherever you are. You can see an abundance of all things. Even if you're not going to say it's abundant in your life, you can look at your world and see there's an abundance of all things. And then now you just have to apply that abundant mentality to yourself. Like, why? Like, because it's so abundant, why do I not have everything I need? Is it because of capitalism? Is that the reason? Or is it that you haven't had capitalism work for you? And so since it hasn't worked for you, that makes it wrong. Right? And so then you get into that whole morality conversation and what world or what, because here's my thing. Speaking against capitalism isn't going to make it go anywhere. Not going to change it. Complaining about there being billionaires does not mean they're now going to give up their money.
Exactly.
You talking about them having it is not going to now make them not have it.
Exactly.
You complaining about them is not about to change it.
And they have the mind. They have a money mindset. They have a money mindset. Watch the ladies on the housewives of like Atlanta and the housewives of LA and Orange County, and what you never hear them talk about lack. They might fight like crazy. That's the only part I fast forward. I'm like, oh god, you guys have to fight. Seriously, what do you have to fight about? But you see that. Oh, I'm gonna go to the hair salon and get my hair done by so and so, and the guy charges like $1,000 for to style your hair. You don't see them saying, "Oh, that's way too much money." No, I'm gonna go get my hair done there. I'm gonna get my nails done there. I'm gonna go eat at this place. I'm gonna get that car. They have a money mindset. So you just, that's why when I go someplace and I'll see something and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I can afford that. I can buy that. Yeah, I can buy that. I'm gonna get that. I can buy that. I can afford that." You have to develop a money mindset, because a lot of us have been taught that, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, or, oh, that's too expensive. And if you claim that something is too expensive, guess what? It's going to be too expensive. If you say money won't grow on trees, guess what? It won't grow on trees. Although I say money grows on trees, and believe it or not, I found money in trees and in bushes. I found like $20, $50 in a tree and in a bush. And I'm like, and they say money don't grow on trees.
Right, because I've experienced lack, and then I've experienced abundance, and I know that it is a mind thing, because I used to be a single mother on welfare, as Tupac said. Single welfare, tell me how you did it, right? It's like, and even though that was an experience of mine, I know that didn't have to be my story, right?
Right.
That was just a part of an experience, but that wasn't who I was, and I knew that I wasn't going to stay in that position, right? And yes, why do any of us end up on the landmass in which we end up on, right? Why are some people born in Africa, some people born in America, some people born in Barbados, or somebody's born in Japan, or somebody, right? Like, we all came here for this unique experience, and to have that experience on that landmass. And the beauty of that, you don't have to stay on the landmass in which you came through.
Right.
Many people decide to go to other land masses wherever they want to go, right? And we know that things that we're told about Africa, we don't get the whole story. You know, we're told, shown images of struggle and hardship, when that's just like, you know, showing America in the rural areas where they're not, you know, experiencing, you know, abundance, and say, this is America.
Right.
No, when they show America, they go to the richest and wealthiest parts to show you we are the land of opportunity. We are a land of dreams. You can have whatever you want. But when they go to other parts of other continents or countries, they want to show you how people are depleted and not make. And that's probably such a small sect of their society. But to make you think that America is the all, end all, be all, I'm going to show you the greatness of America, and I'm going to show you the poverty of this particular landmass, right? It's like, that's why you got to just create your own story. You got to use your mind to create the reality you want to experience. Stop letting the news media tell you what life is. If you want to really go see how the countries in Africa are living, see yourself doing it, and then you'll be amazed that you'll actually be somewhere in Zambia or, you know, Ghana or Nigeria, if that's a desire of yours to want to go get firsthand accounts of what these countries are really about.
Exactly. I mean, you can anywhere you go, you can experience lack, or you can experience abundance. If you keep an abundant mindset, oh, I'm going to go to this country and I'm going to meet some nice people and I'm going to experience their delicious food and
culture, yeah.
Their culture, and it's going to be fun and all this kind of stuff, then it will be, you know. Or, you know, you can even get a free trip out of it. You say, oh, I get free trips, or, you know, I go for free, or it's, you know, that'll happen too. I mean, who says you need money to travel? You don't.
That part. People get free trips all the time.
All the time. An airline can call you up, they'd be giving something away. Maybe somebody that you didn't even know entered your name into a contest and you won, or somehow your name ended up there. They did some kind of a blind raffle and your name popped up, or I mean, or somebody, a friend can say, you know, hey, I bought these tickets and I'm not using them, and, you know, they're about to expire. Why don't you take them? You know, it could be anything like that. So it doesn't necessarily, you have to think, oh, I need money to do this, or, you know, money is here to serve you. Money serves you. You know, it's like, it's to be enjoyed. It's like food. Food is to be enjoyed. Like, you know, a drink, coffee, water, sex is to be enjoyed.
It's all to be enjoyed.
Well, it's like the last slide you had. Some guy was saying about marriage, and that there's people that are married that they don't consummate. And I'm like, oh, hell no! What's going on? No way. The whole point of being married, I mean, I even had that put in my vows. I even told my preacher, make sure you put that, thou shalt consummate. Yes, I promise. That's like having a brand new car and not driving it. Come on.
That part.
At home, you gotta go anywhere else, you know. Have fun with them, you know. But yeah, when you say, oh no, it's just for making babies, I'm like, no. God ain't gonna create something that feels that good. Heck, we call out his name in the middle of it. He ain't gonna create something that feels that good just so that we should make babies and that's it. Yeah, tell the porn industry that. No.
Right, that part. And when it comes down to it, it's just you deciding what you want your life to be.
Exactly.
Okay, you gotta take your mind, you gotta take your attention off the world, because the
Mhm.
world is going to do what the world is going to do, and it's so easy to sit in the judgment seat and
Yep.
say, well, this shouldn't be happening, that shouldn't be happening. You know, if I was them, I would be doing this. Here's the thing: if you were them, you will be doing exactly what they're doing, because you would be them. And since you're you and you're not them, as in, you know, you're not personally having their unique experience, right? You're only seeing the contents of your consciousness. Change the contents of your consciousness and then you'll see a different reality, right? So if you're looking for wrongness, it's going to be served up on a platter. If you're looking for difficulty, it's going to be served up on a platter. Then your consciousness is always saying yes. That's what you want to see? Yes. That's what you believe? Yes. Oh, that's what you think? Yes. It's always going to tell you yes. And you're going to be like, I knew it. I knew it. Of course you knew it, because you said it. Yes,
Yeah.
you knew it. You talked about it. You gave it your attention. And then your world had to confirm to you what you believe to be true.
Right.
It's always confirmation bias, right?
Exactly. Oops.
Always
Hang on.
confirmation bias.
I'll do this side here because the TV is on in the other room. I don't want
Oh, okay.
to get some light here. Yeah, like I always in my other lives, we feng shui.
right.
Yeah. The workout room here is kind of crazy.
Oh, okay. No problem.
There we go. There I am. So yeah, I mean, you have to understand that the more we focus on things like the news, and we're watching the news and focusing on, oh, this is going on, that's going on, this going on, that going on, it's just going to bring you more of that, because that's where your attention is. So sometimes it's okay to just shut off. And if you want to watch CNN, okay, well, watch an hour of it, and then shut it off, and then watch something that's more uplifting. You got to keep your mind on what's good, like what Dr. Joseph Murphy said. Got to keep your mind on things that are good, things of love, things of joy. You got to keep your mind there so that you can experience good health, love, abundance, prosperity, joy. That's what you want to keep your mind on, so you can get more of that. Who wants misery? Nobody wants misery. People want to laugh. People want to have a good time. People want to smile. People want to feel joyous. People want to, be at peace. People, who wants chaos? Nobody wants chaos. Just get your mind off of it. Just don't give it any attention, even if it's there. It's like you keep, like I said, neural pathway highway on joy, on prosperity, on love. And like I said, if you happen to get off that exit, that's okay. Get back on. So you don't mess anything up with any manifestation. You don't mess anything up. If you fall off the wagon, fall off the wagon, meaning that one minute you're saying you got it, and the next minute you don't, or you waver, or you get upset, or you get mad about you're stomping your feet, or you're having a tantrum, have it. That's fine. But in the face of it, you stay with what you want. Even if you happen to go off of it, you go back to it. You stay with what you want, with what you desire. And before you know it will show up. It's so like I see this thing on about this guy. He planted, I guess he planted a like to grow carrots, and then within a couple of, I don't know, maybe weeks or month or whatever, he saw like a little shrub pop up, and he's all upset. But then, like in the bottom of the ground, there's this big ass carrot. And so he's walking away from it because he sees this little like tree thing pop up, but underneath the ground there's a carrot the size, of the Empire State Building. So it's like he's gonna destroy this thing because he sees this little thing, because he doesn't see the carrot. But you don't know what's on the ground. So it's the same thing when you're manifesting and you're decreeing things. You don't know what's going on God's side.
Right.
You might see a little seed or a little leaf, but you don't know what's going on that side. So you have to be consistent with it, so that it can, make its way through.
Yeah.
What do you think? It exists. There's a reality of you that has that. That's why you're desiring it, because there's a reality of you in the 5D or 4D, whatever they call it, or like I like to say, the universe as well, that has it. So then when you say, oh, I'm abundant, I have money, I'm successful, playing guitar comes easy, then it makes its way to you. So the time serves you. Because we would freak out if I were to say, oh man, you want big boobs, man, my boobs are as big as cantaloupes. I mean, that would freak you out. That would totally freak you out. No, never mind. But come back, wait a minute. Shh. Okay, go back to the normal, so this is perfect. Yeah, I don't want cantaloupes. But that would freak you out. Oh my God, there's an elephant in the room. There's you're like, what the hell? There's an elephant, that would freak you out. So the time serves you. It's like, in a way, like God is
But the thing is, some people do get freaked out by their manifestations, though. Some people do get freaked out by their manifestations. They're like, oh my goodness, I never thought it would happen, or I'm uncomfortable with it, or they weren't prepared for the manifestation and they become overwhelmed by it. It happens. That whole, you don't get things you're not ready for. Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Because again, consciousness isn't judging it. You are. You're saying this was too big. This is overwhelming. This is bigger than me. You're judging it that way. And so guess what? It becomes too big for you. It becomes more than you. It's bigger. And so now you're trying to figure out how to navigate it. And so a lot of people end up losing what they asked for because they weren't equipped in their mind to deal with it. When you were always equipped, but you told yourself you weren't.
Right.
You're always worthy, but you told yourself you weren't.
Right.
Because you were in the process of trying to get a thing as opposed to be a thing.
Right.
But consciousness is impersonal. The law is impersonal. The law just says, if you can believe it, I will grant it to you. Mm-hmm. If you can convince yourself that you have it, it shall be yours. It doesn't say, now make sure you're mine right now. Make sure you can handle it now. Make sure you're ready to know. It doesn't. It's you accept it. You think this is possible? I got you. It's done. There you go. It's yours.
So yeah, it's like the time serves you. So, but you gotta let, like they say in church, you gotta let God work. Let God do God. Let universe do what it do. How it's gonna get to you. And your job is just to remain faithful to that.
Yeah, and don't make your desire bigger than you, because it is you. You are the creator. You are the operating power. You get to say, just normalize it for yourself. Normalize it. That's why you're told to rehearse it. That's why you're told to talk to yourself. Like, yes, this is supposed to be easy. I enjoy this, whatever it is you're desiring. I'm enjoying it. It's a pleasure. It's, I'm calm. This is normal. It's not weird. It's not, focus on the way you want life to be, right? So I am enjoying my wealth, whatever wealth looks like to you, right? I'm enjoying my body, whatever your body looks like to you. I'm enjoying my relationship, whatever that looks like to you. Whatever you say that is, it shall be. Whatever you say it is, that's what it shall be. Whether you're saying it vocally or you're saying it inwardly.
It is what you say.
It's what you say. Because you can hear without the ear. And you can speak without the mouth.
Yep. And you can
It's
visualize.
not about what's more powerful. It's only what's more powerful if you say it is. Again, it's your world. So if you think saying it out loud is more powerful than saying it inward, then that's how it's going to show up for you. That's how it's going to work. Your reality is going to work that way for you. Because again, this is your law. As you speak, so shall it be. No, but I don't always have to go around talking out loud. So that's not my law. I don't have to say it out loud in order for it to manifest. That's not necessary.
I've manifested with my inner voice too. But,
Yeah.
I like speaking out loud. That's just me. But I mean, whether you're speaking inwardly or outwardly, You're
Because
still
you're always
speaking.
talking, right? You're always talking.
Even in your mind, you can talk to yourself in your mind, and you'll hear a voice while you're talking to yourself in your mind. So either way, you're still speaking. Oh, hey, honey.
We're gonna practice.
Yeah, we are in a minute. I'm almost done.
But that's wild. Some people say they can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You can't hear your own voice?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you ask someone, like people say that they heard God, and I'd be like, well, what did God sound like? They almost are scared to say what it is because they've been told that if you hear your own voice, you're crazy. But they know they're hearing their own voice, but they'll say it was God, and they'll try to say, well, it sounded like, he sounded like you, but you want to see it sounded like something else because, you know, God forbid God be you, right? So God got to be something else other than you.
Right.
Oh, but I know you're getting ready to
Yeah.
practice with the hubby. Tell Alan I said hi.
Well, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yes, next Saturday. Yes, going to Navy Pier. Yes, this would be a nice thing. You talking about getting on the Ferris wheel? I may have to let you do that by yourself. Ferris wheels take too long. That is the slowest ride ever. I'm like, unless it's at night or something, you trying to see, the skyline.
Yeah. There's also that,
But they have swings. They have the boat rides you can do to
Yeah.
get out on the lake and do a quick little boat tour or whatever. Like 15 minutes, they have that or whatever. But I mean, if you want to get on a Ferris wheel, we'll stand and wait for you.
No.
Me and my husband were talking about that. We do not like Ferris wheels because those Ferris wheels, boy, because that getting on, getting off, and it's so big, right? So you probably on there for like a good 45 minutes.
Oh, with a good cocktail, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you said with a good cocktail. So maybe I take a couple of cocktails, then I get on there.
I know, right? It's a soda.
I know, right? But it should be a good time. That it should be really fun. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Yes. So Erin will be there too. So
yay!
Yes.
So who's coming? You, me, Aaron.
That's it. A-Town was supposed to try to, but I guess he wasn't able to make it because he's in A-Town. He's in Atlanta, so.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's further away.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
No, this is good, Gigi.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. You always drop those gems. We always love to hear from you. Yes. I appreciate you. So I may come back on later, or if not, I'll see you guys next time. I'm not even gonna say tomorrow because who knows? I don't even want to make no promises.
Thank you all for joining. And remember, guys, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Keep telling yourself that.
It's okay. I think Toyia puts the live on YouTube, so you can catch it there.
Yeah, you can catch it there. Hey, Delissa. Frogo say, don't leave. What you gonna be? What say? Don't go by In Vogue. What is gonna be? Cause I can't. Don't go. Yes. All right, guys. Yeah, catch the replay. The YouTube channel is Prosperous Living with Toyia. I believe the link is in the bio. I believe Prosperous Living with Toyia. Yep. I have all my lives uploaded there. Yeah.
And feel free to follow me because I'm going live on TikTok.
Yes. You want to catch Gigi and her music, her guitar, and her beautiful voice and piano and all of that good stuff. Follow Gigi. Catch her lives. Yep. All right, Gigi. Talk to you later.
Love your hubby. Take care.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Bye-bye.
Bye.